What is up, everybody? You son of a bitch game. I just got here! Anyway, yeah, it's NA time. Which, man, NA is so much easier to stream than all the other versions of this game because it doesn't have this stupid widescreen thing. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys got the whole, CCC thing going on. I'll do that when it's in the main interlude. I've done that event so many times now. I'm like, I don't really need to do that again. Okay, look at all this random loot. So we want to fight the dragon, but I have a feeling I don't have the dragon available. Also, I should probably do some of these buff quests. I feel like I haven't played NA in a minute here. Look at all these. Jesus. Let's see, where are we with Gilgamesh here? Please tell me I at least leveled him. Because he has to be like level 70 or something to... Okay, he's got the right bond. I think I need to ascend him one more time. Let me check, I'm not sure. Hey Finn, thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, we'll test out that Shiki buff against the dragon. I think that's going to be really fun, actually. Okay, this is not the one, but I think you have to beat this one to get the dragon. Okay, so we'll do this real quick. What will we summon here? Cat, why not? Very angry cat. What do I have over here? What's the... Look at that, there we go. See, that's like your 1 to 3 star starter kit right here. You got all the basics, you know, we got George, Shakespeare, Mozart, Leonidas, Robin, all the... David, you know, all the good shit here. So we got a nice rounded account here. That's why I don't ever need... Yeah, we got Medusa. This is why I don't ever have to play NA though, because I've already got everything that I need. Get shit done. We'll get some Mirage Spartacus action. That's normally good when in doubt. Assuming I leveled Spartacus, I would have... Yeah, I did. Okay. And we got his skills up. See, I know what I'm doing. Yep, what Ari just said is pretty spot on for 100 Face and Shiki. Shiki's definitely better at burst, but if the fight's gonna go on a long time, 100 Face is generally better because 100 Face has just got so much survivability, and then they crit down and all that nonsense. But they're both very good. I would say for a lot of fights, like a lot of fights, where you need a single target assassin, especially if you're wanting art stuff, Shiki and 100 Face will both get the job done, if it's short term or long term, because it's not like 100 Face is bad in burst and Shiki is bad in long term. They're not. They're both really good in both. It's just Shiki is definitely better at burst, and 100 Face is definitely better at long term. The nice thing is you can just use them together because they're both assassins art, and then 100 Face will do the art resist down, which makes Shiki better. It's kind of great like that. So yeah, they're both really good. But overall, if you like min-max them both, pretty much is what Ari said. It's Shiki is definitely better in burst, and 100 Face is better in the long term, which I think is great. I love the way they're balanced against each other. I wish they could hit that level of balance more often, because they're both just really good general use units. So if you want either one of them to be like your main assassin, and you're gonna grail them and 10-10-10 and all these things, they both work. But then they both have pros and cons against each other, so you don't like feel bad about, you know, leveling one of them or anything. Oh yeah, I got Mordred on NA. That was so bullshit. I got spooked by her, so then I just saved up a bit and then got her again on a raid up. What's my... I need to grail him over here. I really need to do that. I feel like if I grail him over here though, what's gonna happen is they're gonna buff him on JP, and I'm like, well, shit. Yeah, we'll use your stuff, Yuri. I know you've been wanting to do that. We just gotta unlock the damn thing. Do I have... Okay, do not have Waver. I'll just bring a Berserker. We'll easy mode this. Oh god, my CEs are zoomed out. I can't see anything! I'm not using my monitor. Do I have another one of those limit broken? Or do I have another K-scope? I seriously can't see shit. This is fucked. There we go. That's a happy medium. Who do I need bond with over here? I would think I've got the bond on everyone that I need. Who's probably maxed, although I'd imagine he's at a bond, going for bond 11, but I don't care about that on an A. There we go. There we go. Golden Sumo Hans. Now we're talking. I actually don't remember what a VC Bronze Bond CE is. I remember the picture. I know it's like the doll thing, but let's see, let me look it up. I don't think it's that good because if it was, I would probably remember it because he's one of my favorite characters. It is when equipped, blah blah blah, increase buster and art performance by 10% for all the units. That's trash. That's fucking garbage. Like, he's not a support. Like, I mean, he is a support with his third skill, but it doesn't work like a support, right? He's not on the field with that out. He's a DPS caster that when he dies gives you support, so that's total garbage. If that was on, like, you know, Shakespeare or something, it'd be fine. That could be useful, but yeah, on a DPS, that's totally pointless. I hate how often they do that. They give support CEs to DPS. It's like, yep, well, that's useless. Give me that MP game. They didn't update Hans for CCC? That's so dumb. I don't get it. Y'all already have Arjuna's animation update. Like, you got that so in advance. You already have... You got fucking... Why do you all have Stenos? Can someone explain this to me? Why do you all have Stenos? You got it like a month after JP did. Like, what? I don't understand. But you don't have Gilgamesh's and Artorias and Hans's? I don't get it. That's not a really good reason. Heaven's Feel is not a very good reason to get... She's in it for like a second. You know, meanwhile, you have Gilfest and CCC and all that. Like, out of all of... I feel like somebody just really likes Steno and Uriel. And we're like, yeah, we gotta get that in over here. Some biasm, man. This is only 2 waves. I'm disappointed. We don't get to do anything fun here. You got Spartacuses. That's good. It's not really... I'm really tired of people saying crap like that. Like, I remember people saying we couldn't get Robin's animation update early because there's like a 2-second long joke in the CCC event talking about show off your new animation update, right? You could just localize that to be some other garbage joke. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that's a great reason not to give an animation update and make the game worse longer. Because BB says one line in one stage, it's total throwaway. Therefore, we can't have Robin's animation update. It's so stupid, dude. Like, you can just switch the line out for literally anything else. I'll take the crits. So what I'm gonna do is I'll try to delete a lot of people off my friends list just so I have space. And then I'll add people that are in chat and we'll use their stuff for the the dragon, assuming I can unlock it anytime soon. Why do I not see Fury? I was trying to see Fury's stuff, but not popping up. There we go. We're not purging Fury. Look, it's 2 waves again. Oh yeah, Say's got a badass Penta, I remember that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check out everyone's support list too, just to see. So for anyone, just to let people know in advance, if you whatever unit you want me to use for the dragon has to be in the all slot. We're not playing the shifting slot thing nonsense. Like whatever you want me to use has to be in the all slot, for God's sakes. It's kind of hard to review someone's like support list if I force their all slot to be something like that specific, right? So it kind of messed it up. But I do want to do though. I would like to have a system. We need like guidelines where it's like, okay, take a screenshot of this, this, and this, like because you can sort your servants by like their skill ranks and their class, and so you can have like their skill ranks pop up on screen, and you can show a lot of. You can have like one screenshot for each class, right? And that way, if people wanted me to, look at what they've got and everything, I could do that. So I might do something like that. Hey, look, we're fighting Medusa. Hey, I didn't pick the enemies here. I'm innocent. Why am I casting half of the skills that I'm casting right now? I'm pretty sure all I needed to do was Jerker's second skill, and then we would have killed it. And I guess Aussie's third. Or her third. Like her second and third, that's all I needed to do. I swear, if I ever see do an account review and somebody has David like not leveled at all, I'm gonna be some tisk there. That's like the biggest check that I have, because it is just such a universal thing to do. There's no reason not to level David, for God's sakes. And he's just so useful in so many circumstances, no matter, what your account situation is. But I know that, let me see, while we're on an A, and I can actually read the menus. I think if you go here, I'm pretty sure there are ways to sort by, yeah, see, you can do, okay, no, that takes out Saber. That's kind of awkward the way they do that. So if you wanted to show caster, see, there's caster. So you'd make the screenshot, something that showed all the ones you have leveled, or I guess you'd want to show all the ones that you have, so you probably have to do the big one. And I think there's a way for it to show skill ranks. Maybe out of my mind. I'm pretty sure there is a way to show skill ranks though, but I don't know, maybe that's not on NA. Gotta go to the skill level menu? Okay, that's kind of odd that you can't just do that from here, because generally the card menu lets you do pretty much whatever you want. So I guess you would... Can you still filter by class here? Yes, okay, so then you would make one screenshot pretty much per class. There we go, okay. Yeah, we might do that. That's pretty easy to do at some point. That'd be kind of fun. Okay. Neat. The one thing I like about NA is the menus are... Like, the filter menus are easy. All the other menus are easy on JP or NA, and it doesn't matter, but the filter menus are kind of a nightmare. Bunch of Lancers here gonna run everything. That happens sometimes with FGO, where your like Wi-Fi will just randomly not be able to get on, but then your data will. Sometimes you can log in through your data and then go back on your Wi-Fi and it'll still work, but that doesn't always work. That happens to me too. It's not permanent for me. It only does it for like a few days, and then it goes back to being normal. I could not tell you what the deal with that is. All of these waves or stages are 2 waves for some reason. Could not complain though, makes it faster. You don't need to counterclass the dragon though. If you use, because here's the thing. Honestly, counterclassing the dragon is pretty boring, and you're not going to really be able to show off that way, because although the dragon has 1.2 million health, it's really not that hard for an archer to beat it, unless it's like, you know, a 2-star or AoE or something like that. But generally, archers don't have that much trouble beating it. What's interesting is seeing, like, how neutral classes do, and some of them can beat it, and that's impressive. But a lot of things can't beat it, and you don't expect them to beat it. Like, for example, an AoE unit at neutral, you're not really expecting to beat it, but then you can still benchmark, you know, how far they get. So you kind of have different standards based on, you know, what kind of unit it is, but you can use an archer if you want to, but it's generally pretty boring. Not sure, I used everyone's buffs, I don't think I did. I think I forgot Lane Furia's Buster up there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fujino can beat the dragon. I'm not sure we've actually ever done that because, I mean, for God's sakes, Billy the Kid can solo the dragon, so I'm pretty sure Fujino got that. Pretty sure level 80 Fujino got that. Yeah, they won. I mean, maybe we have, just for shits and giggles, but, that's just such a, like, obvious win. So, speaking of Fujino, there's one right there. Yeah, I'm sure Fujino can solo Passionless as well. Oh look, it's Saber Alter. She gonna die. I don't know why I'm bringing Atlas right now, but why not? I don't even know what the rank of my Switch Mr. Code is on a name. That looks so bad in fast mode! It looks so good in slow-mo! God, that one really stands out to me. It just looks so wrong in fast mode. And in slow-mo, it's actually one of my favorite NPs. Might be some slight green bias, but I mean, what do you want from me? Okay, that's one down. Is it this one? Nope! Damn. Oh yes, day one Atalante. The sad dog. I am so glad day one Ushi is finally gone. It only took, you know, almost 6 years. Like, good lord, dude. Not a particularly good time to Arashi P, but oh well. Maybe we can target switch here. Can we get Mozart an update now? I am so curious who the final day one unit is gonna be that gets updated. I'm starting to lean towards Phantom of the Opera though, I swear. Or Blood Axe. They do not care, man. I really hope it's not Sanson. It should not be Sanson because although his gameplay is garbage and he's certainly not, you know, half as popular as like a waifu or something, for a bronze, especially a day one bronze, he's got a decent following, right? He's decently liked. He's certainly more popular than Phantom or Blood Axe, right? So he's stupid to do him last. Although they've had so many opportunities to update him and they just don't, that, you know. Who knows now? Angra's not a day one unit. It's not even close. He is so much better than the day one units. Like, go look at Mozart, you know, and, you know, Uchi 5 minutes ago, and compare that to Angra. Angra is so much better. Like, Angra certainly isn't as good as, you know, like a unit that comes out in a Lost Belt or something, but he is so much better off than the day one people. Like, his body proportions are fairly normal, none of his attacks are generic, and they don't look completely terrible, like they're fine. Like, really, he doesn't even need a sprite update in my opinion. Now, sure, you know, he's a popular unit and it'd be fine to update him, so I hope they do at some point, but it'd be incredibly low on my list of units that need to be updated. I think what's happened is it's like, the game's been out for a long time, so a lot of the player base now doesn't even know what a day one unit is, and so they don't know the difference between, like, you know, stuff that was added like 3 years into the game versus the stuff that was day one. Even to me, it's pretty obvious, right? Because it's like, there is nothing unique about day one animations. They are all stock animations, all of them, right? And they were all shared. You know, no one had unique animations. And like Artoria's day one animations were the same as Saber or Caesar's and Gilius's and stuff. They were just, you know, super universal. Like, they were all like that. Literally no one had unique animations, and they were all just this unbearably generic, you know, lazy. I jump in the air and smack them on the way down. Oh man. Yeah, they only made like 10 animation sets, and they just spread that 10 animations across every single character for quite a while. I think the most unique day one animations, I guess it's technically not day one. No, it is day one because of Caligula. But it's probably the one that looks the best, was like the punching ones that they use on like Blackbeard and Caligula and stuff. That one looked okay. That one and like Leonidas's. Those have probably aged the best. I wouldn't say they look amazing, but they've aged kind of okay. Yep, there he is. The man himself. I can't even say his name. It's not fair. He'll do it. If I say his fucking name, he'll do it. He just throws the money into the garbage can, man. Oh, these are Lancers. There's not even a point to having a raw Shinpi here. Our brainless button mashing has caught up with us. Like, you think he's not here, but he's here. He's watching me right now. He's ready, but I'm not falling for it. Look, I'm trying to save a man some money, dude. Buy like a hamburger with that. It's funny, there's been several times where I thought I got away with it, right? Because I thought he wasn't here, but then he was. There was one time, fucking, I had to double attack him and crit him, man. Anyway, there was one time I got away with it, but lost, did an honorary stand-in, which was bullshit, but... I guess they're Lancers because they like extend their arms, you know, they have like long, thin arms, you know? And they pierce with it, I guess. That's probably their logic, that's like all I can think of. Okay, the next one were Lancers anyway. Everybody using Arcoria and with the cape, man. Didn't kill them all. Should have grailed Spartacus. Or brought a support, you know, that would make him do more damage. Hey look, when you hit the attack wheel and you go back, Artoria's sprite doesn't like warp constantly. God. Animation updates, man. NA at least doesn't have the widescreen thing, man. I really prefer the non-widescreen. It's not even widescreen. The game is the same. It's not like I'm playing the game right now like, oh god, my screen is so much smaller. It's the same thing. It's just on the edges instead of there being filler space that does literally nothing. You know, the screen actually matches the dimensions of a resolution, you know, that literally people use, opposed to whatever the fuck its dimensions are now on JP. God, the resolution on JP is like some ungodly combination that is never used for anything ever. I do agree that would be something they should do, is just make the blue bars just black bars, or you know what, or let you change the color, or you make them brown or green or whatever, you know, that'd be fine. Yeah, I've heard people saying that the Mystic Codes are still bugged, and King Potato Chips can actually guard the stun, where on JP she not only could not, but now in the main interlude cannot. Like, she's never been able to guard the stun. I hate that about NA, dude. I cannot believe they haven't done anything about that. It's just kind of pathetic. Yeah, I do agree that a lot of companies, like, Samsung makes really good apps and stuff. Like, they do. Samsung makes some very useful apps that make my life a lot easier, like Secure Folder and all that. But oh my god, they are just obsessed with making their phones have this just insane aspect ratio or screen size, you know, that's just, like, that, no, it's just, it's stupid. It's like this, so pointless. They make them like very long, but not much height. They're really big on that for some reason. Not a big Raiko fan, but that's kind of practical for what we're doing here. So Rosh is not, but we'll make it work. I mean, people have told them about the problem many times over many years, and they've just never done anything about it. Poi, even from like our channel here, even sent them an email, and their response was pretty hilarious. They basically did like a copy paste that had nothing to do with what he said, and it's obvious that they don't even understand. Like the people that are in charge of like the PR for NA obviously don't play the game or even understand it, and so they wouldn't even know to pass, because the NA people don't patch the game. That's the thing. The NA devs do not patch the game, and they couldn't even if they wanted to. The JP devs actually do. But the NA devs a lot of times would have to communicate to them that there's a problem or this, that, or the other. And that's clearly not happening, so... Yeah, basically, even though he made sure to word the email in a way that had nothing to do with like data mining or any of that, basically just talking about how the JP version and certain things happen a certain way and they don't in the NA version, and even when the JP version was 2 years ago, same deal. I fucking hate these guys, dude. Just double drain the same unit, that's great. I need 7 NP or 6 NP actually. I should probably just summon Waver. This would be a lot easier if I would do that. Yeah, it's kind of obvious the people that are in charge of the NA stuff don't know or don't care, because, it's probably some random people that... It's not like the people that use their Twitter and all that. It's like, it's literally just some random person, that knows nothing about the game, does not care, and is never going to communicate anything to the JP devs about this problem. Because, man, it's been years, man, like years. They'll probably fix it eventually, but the JP devs will probably just notice it on their own eventually, and then it'll probably get fixed. And the few people on the NA team that actually do care still don't know the game that well. They wouldn't know that, how Mori works on JP. But it is pretty weird how far... Wow, that did no damage. Holy shit, that did nothing. Wait, why did white flags just get banned? What? What is going on right now? I don't know, man. Rip anything White Flag said in the VOD earlier, by the way. I mean, that shut down a long time ago. I think that's not really why it got shut down, though. It got shut down just because it wasn't profitable. Speaking of not prof, why did I just summon a level 1 George? What am I doing right now? Anyway, that Blaze Blue game I don't think is doing very well, which I'm not surprised by because, God, they have so many bad decisions in that game. I like how they copied FGO's account system. Like of all the things, I'm literally resetting. This is so fucking dumb. Like the team I'm using right now. Like I don't even care about the AP. That's just insanity. There's like a mod mode you can use Furies. Won't do that. Oh, right, it's all, I mean, there's some waivers in there, but it's all scatty now. We're in that period. I actually want to summon Medusa, but literally no Medusas. I don't know why Fury's never popping up. I'm very disappointed by my options right now. I'm gonna have to remove so many people. It's like, it's so hard to fucking summon anything. Fuck it, we'll go Ivan. I like how I try to use Arash things and just every fucking stage is Lancer, 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 Lancer. Like, Jesus. The Blaze Blue IP is not nearly as strong as the Fate one, and God, they've made so many bad decisions. And the market is so much more saturated now. That's the thing, when FGO came out, the market was not even remotely saturated, but now it's like oversaturated. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Like, I really stand by this. Unless you have a really popular IP, like a really, really popular IP, it is not smart to make a game like FGO or Epic 7 or something like that right now. It's not. It's dumb. Because that market is so oversaturated. If you want to be a big hit and make money, you need to be unique. You need to be like Art Knights or Genshin Impact, where you do something really different. Like the whole concept of like hero collection and stuff, that's fine. You know, you can put that in almost any game. But if you just do the whole turn-based kind of thing, like just being this much like FGO and, you know, all the other games out there, like that's just, it's not gonna work. You have to do something different. Like, you have to. I just think it's insane to just do a copy-paste of FGO right now and be like, oh yeah, this will work. Like, of course that's not gonna work. The only way that's gonna work is if your IP is just incredibly, you know, big. You know, you have a really powerful IP. But even then, a lot of times, you know, it's hard. You know, because again, the market is so saturated. There are some good things about that Blaze Blue game, though. I've played it more here and there off stream. It's okay, and like there's some neat stuff about it. Like I didn't notice this when I streamed it the first time, but like the special card, each unit has a pretty interesting interaction if they have the special cards. When it comes up, you know, you can pick who it goes to, right? That's something I like about the Blaze Blue game is the deck cycles to pick who gets what card. And the special card, like if you do it on a lot of tanks, they'll taunt, and whoever they hit, they'll taunt. You know, healers will heal when they use it and things like that. You know, Jin can freeze people, stuff like that. So that's neat. You know, and so it makes you care about when the special card comes up, who you want to slot it to. You know, you actually think about it and things like that. There's good things in that game, but it's just there's so many bad systems and it's, you know, really outdated. You know, the way they handle their free-to-play units is just dumb. Like, it's literally just dumb as fuck, and I don't know why they did it that way. And I just can't see anyone bothering to play that game enough to even get to like the better content if it has better content. It was funny though, I saw on their Discord this guy was like ranting about like how it's way better than FGO, and his logic was pretty silly. I mean, one point he made, which I agree with, was that FGO doesn't have a safety net and Blaze Blue does, and I do agree that it is ludicrous that FGO doesn't have a safety net, but yeah, everything else, not so much. It really is disgraceful though that FGO doesn't have a safety net. How have I just skipped every? How am I on turn 6 and Ivan has gained 6 NP? Did I just skip every chance that I had to get NP there? I don't even. I can super autopilot, but like what? I know the Blaze Blue game was nowhere on like the app profit ranking, like so I don't think it's gonna do well at all. But they don't really deserve to do well with how meh of a game it is. There's a Mario Kart gacha? What? I can't even fathom. Well, how is there a Mario Kart gacha? What? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that other DW game, it's a total copy-paste of FGO, like such an extreme. And, it's a very weak IP, and it had no marketing behind it. As far as I'm aware, it has not even made a blip on the radar of like the profit margins and stuff, so not sure what they were thinking with that one either. Kind of shows though that FGO's success wasn't by design, it was by luck, and they don't even understand how to replicate it, so kind of makes me worried, to be honest. I think I have to ascend Gil. I think that's what the deal is. Yeah. I don't do my FP summons over here, so I don't have a whole bunch of 5-star embers. Feels bad. I probably have some in my second storage though. Generally you don't want to show off your second storage because that's there's actually account recovery questions with that, but doesn't matter that much, but I figure no reason to show it. Okay, yeah, I've got XP in here. Not nearly as much as I have on JP, but could get the job done. Leonardo da Vinci. This is an exciting stream right here. I really will give it to Genshin Impact. Now, I don't think they intended it, because they even said they weren't expecting like some giant success at all, and they've made other small games, and it's just kind of, a little niche company. But Genshin Impact is, really different from what else you see on the market, and you can also play on PC and switch between phone and PC like it's nothing. It's actually a breath of fresh air, right? Where so many games they've seen, it's really pathetic in my opinion. You see this in the game industry at large, it's not just the mobile sphere, but you have all these companies that see, mobile games making so much money and then wanting a piece of that pie, but then they're lazy and they just try to copy paste whatever happens to be successful at that moment in the market and not understand it and not think how they can put in, a unique spin, any of that, right? And they just lazily pump out a game and expect it to blow up like FGO or something. It's pretty pathetic, dude. That's really common though in the video game industry. Or like, I remember when Call of Duty got really big, every game ever tried to be Call of Duty, right? But it's like, they don't understand the basic concept of, hey, if people want Call of Duty, they're just gonna play Call of Duty, right? They're not gonna play Call of Duty clone. Okay, why do I not have Gilgamesh's other quest? Do I need to get more bond? Oh no, there it is, it's blind. Okay, this is the stage, I think it's the final node that unlocks the dragon fight. Yeah, a lot of people didn't even realize what made Fortnite popular in the first place. Oh, I know. Oh my god. That was such a thing, Fury, and it's still a thing. And then what I found hilarious was most of those didn't understand what made it popular either. Like, you know, they cut out a lot of the key elements that made that series popular in the first place, and then they wonder why they don't go anywhere. It's just, it's pretty mind-boggling to me. Double a Raj time. Just in case things go wrong. Give me that FP. Alright, what's my switch Mystic code on NA? Oh, rank 8. That's well, I'll bring that. Get that at least to 9. That's respectable. Feels bad, Fury. I don't think Genshin's in-game's all that boring. I think it's fine. I think people expect it to be something that it's not. You know, its in-game is when they add new content, right, for you to explore and new bosses to kill, right? That's fine. People act like you need to be grinding artifact dungeons forever so you can min-max and beat the Abyss 7 seconds faster. Like, that's not the in-game. It literally isn't. The in-game is every time they add, you know, new, you know, puzzles to do, new areas to explore, new bosses to fight. That's literally the in-game. That's like saying the in-game of FGO is farming doors. Like, really? I mean, I guess for some people it is, but for everyone else, it's not. I do agree the climbing in Genshin should probably be a bit faster, because sometimes you're like, oh man, I want to know what's up there, but I don't really want to climb that mountain, right? That they really should do something about that. But I mean, Genshin is an open world exploration game. That's literally what it is, and if you don't like open world exploration games, it's clearly not going to be for you. Although I'll say this, I don't generally like exploration games that much, but I actually do enjoy Genshin. They have a nice mix of like making the environments pretty interesting to explore, and then having, you know, some decent, you know, boss fights where you need to use your iframes properly and all that kind of stuff. So I enjoy it more than most open world stuff. I like Kaya's passive because I fight bosses a lot, and I like not being overgeared, and so you have to, you know, really understand the movesets of the bosses, and the being able to dash a little bit more is nice. I don't really think it really feels all that slow though. I mean, it's a lot of open world games. You're not exactly going at the speed of sound here. I mean, it literally is not slow. This is not a subjective thing. It is objectively not slow to explore Genshin. Like, it's just not. They have fast travel points everywhere. The character movement speed is completely reasonable. Like, sure, it's not as fast as, like, you know, I don't know, like a Spider-Man game where you're, you know, flipping around everywhere, but there's a difference between something not being the fastest thing ever and being slow. Okay. I think people's standards have just gotten really warped. Dog getting killed and lurking feels bad. I think that's such a thing though. I think humans in the modern world are just way over, like we have access to like too much. We're overstimulated all the time, and so our standards are just absurd. Like, just, I mean, absurd, right? Like, for example, because the market, you know, is there, you have a lot of companies and individuals and groups and stuff that Like, the standard video quality on YouTube is ludicrous. I mean that, it's ludicrous. In all fields, you know, be it like people that just do like, you know, trick shots or make highly edited videos or video essays or you know, dance or whatever, because it's so competitive and there's so many people doing it, you have people that are willing to basically put 24/7 effort into these things, right? Or hire editors to, you know, just go so above and beyond, where, you know, generally the what you should expect out of somebody is so much lower than what you actually get on YouTube a lot. So we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of content on YouTube now. That level of effort that's put into it is just stupid. Like, it's just nonsense, right? It's no human should be willing to put that kind of effort into these things, but people basically sell their souls to this stuff because, you know, it's just a hyper-competitive market. And so you have teenagers in high school that can just whip out their phone and with a few clicks get access to this just content that is just ridiculous, right? The amount of effort that goes into it is just ridiculous. You have a lot of like VOD channels and vlog channels where they hire an editor and they're just putting in, you know, a lot of Hearthstone videos. You know, they fucking hire editors that just put in hours and hours and hours, like edit in the deck on the side and do all these nice graphics and everything. It's like, this bullshit, right? It's just a Hearthstone video. And yet again, you have teenagers in high school, you know, consuming this content. And then when, you know, it just warps people's like perception of like what is reasonable and everything now. I think it's a real problem, honestly, because we have access now to, you can look up, you know, any bit of information on the internet now. You can get access to like an expert biologist, you know, on a biology topic or, you know, any other thing, just like at your fingertips, right? And then so, because these, you know, video games and anime and movies and books, it's so competitive, right? People are willing, there's no cap, you know, there's no cap on how much effort you can put into these things. And so, you know, it just kind of gets pushed and pushed and pushed. And so you literally have all these humans now with access to all this ludicrous content that is just so unreasonable, but they don't even realize it. Most of the consumers don't realize how much effort goes into, you know, a lot of the stuff that they consume on the internet. They have no idea. Like, they literally have no idea. And so their standards are super warped. And so it's like, you know, we have like Michael Bay movies all the time and shit now. And so people are you know, find like everything boring. And so it's so silly to me where, you know, if you're saying, going back to the point, if you think Genshin Impact is slow, I'm like, that's nonsense. That's not slow just because it's not as fast as everything else, right? But it's like power creep, right? We have power creep in our, like, how overly how much stimulus we have now, and like humans are now just constantly, we have access to like everything we want all of the time, and so we're like bored all the time. It's dumb, right? It's very silly. You know, people I think have really lost perspective on things. This isn't boomer green, man. Like, and there's a lot of like science that, you know, where they do studies on these things, and it's pretty known that humans are now, we have, you know, more access to more things we ever have, and like the way that affects us is fairly unhealthy, to be honest. Like, just at our fingertips, we have access to like everything. It's ridiculous. Well, I think most of the Genshin community does not expect new content every week, but I think some of the criticisms of Genshin are pretty fair. You know, look how long it took them to add a single new trash mob to the game. You know, obviously no one was expecting that in the first few weeks of the game. Well, I mean, some people were, but most people weren't. But like, it's a priority thing. You know, they kept adding all of these things other than just new mobs, when the game plainly needed new mobs. You know, they only had like 5. You got slimes, hilly trolls, you know, like the basic set is so small. It should be such a high priority to add, you know, more enemy variety to the game. And now they are starting to add some enemy variety, but like, that should have been way higher on the priority list. I'm not adding people right now. I don't know, all stream people have been trying to add me, but like, we're not doing that yet. Like, wait a second, we'll get to it. We're not at the dragon yet. Why? So obviously I'm not gonna manage my friends list yet. I mean, Genshin has loads of content that is not, like, it's literally what you just said. Like, I see this for Genshin all the time. People act like you have to do the farming stuff all the time. Meanwhile, you could go fight the bosses just for fun. You don't even need to use your AP. You know, there's all kinds of, you know, you can fight, you know, like the 3 Abyss Mages just, you know, for the fun of it, right? Like, there's plenty of stuff to do in Genshin just for fun. You know, there's also the hundreds of hours of exploration. You know, like, everyone acts like, you know, I remember so many people no-lifed that game non-stop for like a week. You know, they hundreds and hundreds of hours in that game, and they found all of the stam up items, they found all of the chests, they found all, and they're like, oh, this game is boring, there's nothing to do. It's like, what the fuck? You for free, the game gives you hundreds of hours of content for free, right? And then people act like it has no content. It's just the dumbest shit ever, dude. No, it literally has hundreds of hours of content. No sane person is going to get through all of the main story, all of the side quests, and find all of the hidden chests, and find all of the stam items, especially the stam items, because those are quite important. That is hundreds of hours of content. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. And the thing is, most people, even that go hardcore on it and do it as fast as humanly possible, it still takes them an ungodly amount of time. It's just they're not taking a break. Like, there's no doing all of the main story, all of the side quests. Like, there's no doing that in, like, 20 hours. That's not even possible. Unless, I guess, you skip all of the story dialogue, right? You're skipping all the voice acting and everything, and you're speed running it. But that's silly. You can speed run Dark Souls in like 5 minutes. That doesn't mean Dark Souls has 5 minutes worth of content. I never even watched Genshin videos, dude. That community is pretty dumb in my opinion. It's like, how to find a mushroom, and let me spread this out for 20 minutes. It's like, that's literally it should be a 5-second piece of information, how to find mushrooms, and they find ways to make it 15 minutes, right? But that's not unique to Genshin. That's literally, that's just everything, right? That's all like video game guides and things like that. That's such a thing. I don't know why I didn't use my Mystic Code buff there. Now, I have watched some Genshin videos, but it's people that do cool stuff like, wombo comboing mobs in really weird ways, or, fucking around with Venti's, jump thing, or, beating a boss, with a fun character, or soloing without gear, or, I watch stuff like that. Like, there's good Genshin content out there, but a lot of it's just, stat checking nonsense, or people trying to, oh, look, I killed this boss in 3 seconds because I farmed a whole lot. And then, just, guides for how to do things that, they just waste so much time, right? So I don't need guides for anything. I'm not, I can figure shit out myself, thanks. And generally, like, I won't, okay, I think this is the dragon. Unless there's another interlude, I'm pretty sure that's the dragon now. Alright, give me 1 second before we do this. Here's what I'll do. I'll clear my thing, and I'll make some space. But then I need to go AFK real quick to get water and that kind of thing. And if I'm removing you here, just send me an invite again. I'm literally just clearing it out. That way, anyone that sends me an invite, I know is from the stream, like right now. And remember, if you want me to use your unit on the dragon, put it in the all slot, for God's sakes. And you don't need to make the unit a unit that's going to beat the dragon. It's actually, I really stress this. I mean, by all means, try to set them up as good as you can, so if they can beat the dragon. But it's way cooler if you don't use an archer, really. Although if you just happen to have an archer you want to show off, that's fine. But so if a unit can't beat it, you just benchmark how far they can get. A lot of units at neutral or AOE or whatever, you're not really expecting to win. Okay, I'll try to keep my regulars on my list here. People I don't recognize. Like, I don't even know who this is. Like, if you're from chat, just send an invite again. I'm not shitting shade here. I just gotta have as much room as possible, so it's not too hard to summon people. The problem is, I know almost all of these people though. Like I know these people quite well. Like that Saber Nero right there. You know, I don't want to remove them and stuff. So I think I just know too many people now. I have no idea who that is. Feels bad removing a Beowulf. Beowulf is kind of the best. God, I know so many of these people too. Hey, Zelos, thank you for the sub, man. I hate purging people. I wish the support list wasn't dumb, so I didn't have to remove people. I wish I could just add everybody ever. Oops. Alright, good enough for now. Alright, I'll let people... I'll keep my code up so people can see it. I'm gonna go BRB real quick. I gotta get... wait, do I already have 20... Are you kidding me? Really? I already have 20 invites. Okay. Rip that. Alright, well, I'll be right back. I gotta get water and that kind of thing, and I will do some dragon nonsense. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so this is dumb. Here's a story of like, my life. I have a really fast metabolism. Like, I mean, really fast. And, so before the stream, I ate a giant-ass bowl of stew. And I had, like, big chunks of potato in it and stuff, right? And I ate all of it, 100% of it, just completely devoured it right before the stream, and I'm already starving. And I'm so hungry, I'm like shaking. This is stupid. But what I find, this has been a thing throughout my life. So when I got my first job, 900 years ago, when I was 16, I worked at a pizza place. It was my first job. And I'm a pretty skinny guy, because it's pretty normal if you have a really fast metabolism, you're generally pretty skinny. And I just have a really fucked up metabolism, so I'm quite skinny. And because I have a fast metabolism, I eat a lot, right? Yeah, I eat quite a bit. And so I remember at this pizza place, so we'd be on break or whatever, and we'd have extra pizzas, of course, and I could like down a whole pizza, right? Like no problem. I just and I'm serious. People asked me, like my manager and stuff at the time was worried that like my family wasn't feeding me because I was pretty thin and I'm over here blah 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 blah, and I'm sitting here like with pizza in my mouth like what I had food, of course. It's just, fast metabolism things. But that's been a thing throughout my whole life where people think I'm like, because I'm small or thin, that, if I start like eating a lot, you think I'm like starving to death. It's like, I mean, I kind of am, but it's not what you think. But yeah, that happened several times. It was, that was interesting. Okay, so I'll just add everybody here. My friends list is about to explode. Oh god, some of the units I'm seeing. The other thing is a lot of people think it's like awesome having a fast metabolism because you get to eat a lot. But I hate it. And maybe for some people it's awesome, but I hate it so much. Because you kind of lose your love for a lot of food sometimes. And like I still really enjoy food and all that stuff, but you have to eat so much, it's really obnoxious. And then I lost a lot of taste in my mouth a while ago because I had a surgery, and that hasn't helped, so. I saw that poi poi sneaking in there. Alright, what do we get first? Oh, there we go. This can win. We've won with him before, and this one is level 100 MP5. I am like right at 6 foot. I think I might be like a tiny bit under it. But off memory, I'm about like almost exactly 6 foot. Okay, I dig this account. I like this. I can't help but notice it's almost all husbandos, but I don't have a problem with this. We got 10 skill ranks across the board. And see, here's the thing. No one expects every servant on your account to be 10. That doesn't make any sense, right? But your supports are supposed to be your favorites, your all-stars, your boys, right? And you're supposed to care about those, right? And focus on getting those up. So if it's an established account, you want that 10 across the board, and we have it, right? So very nice. All the CEs make sense. Really, I really like this person's taste, just because these are a lot of characters that I really like. So I'm on board here. I like the one Nobu though. It's all husbandos. It's all dudes. Completely across the board, except for Nobu. It's the one exception. I always like seeing that when you have someone's like all waifus, but then there's the one guy, or it's all guys and the one. It's always funny to see what their exception is, right? All right, we're gonna want to bring a Rosh here. Let's see, this is just K-scope. Oh yeah, I love this on NA. I've got double, whatever the hell it's called, the Da Vinci, not the Jolter. It's from the Da Vinci event, right? Because I did the event twice, I've got 2 of it. It's great. Makes my life so much easier. Definitely anniversary blonde for him. I mean, Atlas, I can't think clearly. Too hungry. That Nobu's 3rd skill is rank 9? Oh shit. Oh shit, I didn't notice that. Tisk. Remember before he got buffed, we tested it against Musashi, who did more damage. Ziggurat in his niche versus Musashi not in her niche, and I'm pretty sure Musashi won. That was pretty depressing. Thankfully, they buffed Ziggurat eventually, but Yeah, on NA we don't have the buff, so we'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, it's been a weird thing for me in my life. I really like exercising, and I like a lot of physical activities and stuff. I've always been really big into that. And it's very difficult to maintain that when you have a metabolism this fucked up. But it could be worse. Wait, what am I doing right now? You have to do that. Dude, I love that meme so much. Because it was so accurate, because everyone would talk about Okita. Just Okita, 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 and then meanwhile, Ziggurat was so much worse off than she was. Like, she's always been a really good unit. She's never been a bad saber, ever. She's probably one of the sabers that's aged the best. She's always been usable for pretty much any time you need a saber, so... Didn't Okita get buffed first? I can't remember. I think they were pretty close together, so maybe I'm backwards here. Ziggurat was first? Oh, okay. Hey Ninja, and what are you talking about? Yeah, they buffed Okita. It was a while ago now. Kind of a weird buff, but it certainly helps her. And she was, the thing is, she was. Old Okita is better than new Ziggurat. I'm sorry, I love Ziggurat, but it's true. Old Okita is better than new Ziggurat, right? So she didn't even really need to be buffed, and then she also got buffed. So the only time Ziggurat is better than Okita is if you are fighting a dragon, which, I mean, he should be better in that situation, but it's kind of sad that it's like that. Thankfully, Ziggurat is fine now. Ziggurat is totally fine. He's a good unit. It's just Okita's kind of nuts. She's... Toho Sniper was talking the other day, a while ago, but we were in agreement on this. It's like, she's that saber that everyone acts like is old and out of date because her skills are like vanilla, quote unquote. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter if your skills are vanilla. It's like, what do you actually accomplish? And her skills are vanilla, but they allow her to do exactly what you need. You get your NP easily, you do big NP damage, which goes into crits, which goes into more NP, and then she has a hard survivability skill in case of an emergency. It's like, she's a very good toolkit, and it murders bosses very easy, so... It's like, what's the problem here? Okay, no crit skill, use that next turn. Guess I BBB. Yeah, she has good NP gain, everything. Like, she's very, very solid. She does exactly what she needs to do. She murders bosses real good. I think she can actually survive for a while to make sure she gets her damage in. Now, what she needs is a proper animation update. You know, they keep giving her, like, these half-assed semi-updates that has culminated in one of the wonkiest-ass units in terms of, like, sprite animations ever. So yeah, if you could sort that out, that would be nice. Guaranteed 20% damage versus the slightly higher crit chance. What I hate is her new animation update wasn't even a full animation update like her previous one. So she's never received a full animation update. But I don't think they're ever going to update her again. So she's one of the most scuffed people like that. Hey Say, thank you for the resub. I don't think your pin got forgotten. Aren't you already on my list, or are you not, and did you not make it in the Zerg there? I'll definitely use her at some point because I like Pence and I want to see how she does here, so. Wait, I purged him? Whoops! Hey, look, hold on! That's your own damn fault. If your name doesn't match, I cannot be held responsible to what happens to you, right? If your name had been say in game, I wouldn't have removed you. But if you name yourself some stupid shit, like, of course I'm not gonna know who the fuck it is. This happens all the time, man. Branding. You gotta have branding, right? Wow, how are we already? Are we getting crit a lot? What's happening? How am I almost dead right now? Like, what? Like, we're getting annihilated right now. Oh yes, truck too. I mean, the dragon has an okay crit chance, so you're probably gonna get crit at some point, but damn. This sucks. We're not doing so good here. We actually should not have brought Atlas because we didn't get our second skill back. It wasn't worth it at all. We would have been better off with Anniversary Blonde. Very much so, or even default. Yikes. Well, hope for some last second crits here. Well, the idea was to go around the wheel and get our guts again when we actually needed it, but we just died too soon. Okay, I gotta tell you though, there's no way we didn't get unlucky as fuck. Like, there's just no way on average Ziggurat dies on that turn. That's ridiculous. Because not only did he must have crit us a few times, but he clearly just wasn't buffing very much over the, what, 3 or 4 turns. Like, he must have just been attack, 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 attack. Like, that's just ridiculous. Didn't you just sub 5 seconds ago? Bruh. But thank you for the 8-month resub again. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, pretty sure we're all 10, 10, 10. That's a nice Ongar right there. Not fully committed to the 100 yet, but still pretty good. And you got the right CE. That's like his best CE ever for his kind of shenanigans. Alright, so who's your 100s? So MHXX. Stage 2 though. Never a fan of that one, but personal preference. Okay, so you're clearly a big fan of the like MHX stuff. Because you got 100 MHX, 100 MHXA, and 100 MHXX. Like, there's a theme here. Like, it's not even just like, oh, I guess Saber Alter or Santa Alter as well. Now that's I like how you have Santa Alter at 100, but you only have regular Saber Alter at 90. So I guess you like Santa more than the regular one. That's kind of rare, I would think. All right, good CEs and all that. All right, off we go here. Yeah, all decent NP rank. Alright. Yeah, people should use whatever stage they like, but I have never liked MHX Stage 2. It just looks so weird. Like, what is even happening? It is such a bizarre stage. Yeah, I should try to guess who's 2K vote. What I gotta do, I normally have like a ruler, and so I can like put it up over my phone, so I can't see their stats and stuff. That helps a lot, because if you can see that stuff, it's really easy to figure it out normally. But yeah, I'll try to do that. I feel like it's a little unfair right now though, because last time we did this, I wasn't always like, I don't think we were doing like the same content all the time. Where I kind of I feel like overwhelmingly what's in the all slot is going to be the thing that's 2K FO'd, as it should be, right? I mean, fair enough. So, although I guess has NA been out? I guess people have two 2K FO'd units now, right? Or has it not been that long? You can have 2.5 done? Wow. Fuck, I'm old. God, I'm fucking old as hell, dude. NA's not as far behind as I was thinking. I mean, it's still 2 years, but you know. Yeah, some people save them. Fair enough. I actually really respect that when you like, I like this thing and it's not out yet, and I'm saving my 2K foes for when it is out. Like that's dedication right there. Yeah, we'll do that though. We'll guess the 2K foes. That's generally pretty fun. I would imagine with this one, it must be MHX and then clearly one of the other MHX family ones. I would guess just vanilla MHX, just because you put MHXX in the all one. So I'm just guessing you like that one more than the Alter, but I could be totally wrong because the Alter one seems to be pretty popular as well. So okay, oh, this is a saber. How about that? Yep, I know Faust has been so steadfast in that, and I think he's going to be rewarded. I think it is going to happen, so... Because she will surely be the 5-star. Like, I mean, no question. God, I think they're going to make Shiki the welfare, and I just don't like him that much. He's so lame. He's definitely one of my least favorite Type Moon like protagonists. Actually, I think he is my least favorite Type Moon protagonist. Like, he's a mixture of lame and boring. Like, that, you have to work pretty hard for that. Yeah, K&K Shiki good. K&K Shiki is real good, but Tsukihime Shiki is pretty lame. Yeah, I would actually rate Shiki if I did a tier list for favorite main characters. So not favorite characters, but favorite main characters. Shiki would be very high on it. However, I don't like main characters very often, so the competition's not as steep as it could be, because, yeah, I generally just do not like main characters and things, so it's very rare. How about these loops, though? Okay, I like the Star Absorb on the art card, this is good. I don't like the command code on the other art card. That's one of the worst command codes in the game, unfortunately, and it's absolutely terrible, but I'm guessing you just don't have anything else to put in that slot right now. Who is my favorite character in Shiki? I don't know. I don't want to read it again, though. I absolutely do not want to read it again. I guess maybe I'll read it again for the remake, because the remake will hopefully be a lot better, but some of the antagonists were pretty cool. I like some of the Melty Blood characters more, but a lot of them are not technically in Tsukihime. I don't know. But I like some of the antagonists just fine. Crit please, there you go. See, he's buffing plenty against her. Seriously, look at how much longer she's lasting. For no reason, about the same health threshold and everything. It's just the dragon's not, you know, randomly murdering her. Do I save my invulnerability? No, I think I use it now and we use the Mystic Code one. If we get lucky, maybe we can use it one more time. Seriously, Zigguard got robbed. I've never looked, but I am very confident the dragon is not a threat to humanity. I would say if there was ever a time for him to crit or triple attack, that was the turn because we had invulnerability. Kind of sucks using this for 2 NP gain, but it's kind of worth it. Here's some music right here. I feel like this should be a meme now. Literally, like Moobot will delete a spam bot's link, and in theory ban white flags. Seems about right. Look at how much longer we're living, dude. I mean, I guess we also have an invulnerability skill, which is useful, but he's definitely buffed more times. Look at all those NP ups he's got. Yeah, that minor Star Absorb one is just not enough Star Absorb to matter, so it's like the 100% one, they're still pushing it, right? They're still not helping that much, but they help enough, especially with other Star Jin. In combination it works out, but yeah, the lower one, it's not great. But at this point in NA, I don't think there's a lot of other options, really, so, you know, I don't know what else you would even put on it. I guess you could put survivability stuff on it, utility stuff on it, that'd be okay in the meantime. But in the long run, you're probably gonna want Star Absorb on it, I would think. I think a lot of people with King Potato Chips, it's like, it's just hard for them to figure out what the fight even is. I think that's like the main problem for that fight. It's, and once you know what's going on, it's not too bad. I think a lot of people were like, what the hell is going on in this fight? Not gonna live too much longer. I think I still wait. I hope to live this turn. If I live this turn, we're gonna get a lot more value because then I get to invulnerability again. I can go for crits with art cards and then at least get one more like big turn off. But if we die this turn, it's gonna really suck. Don't kill me, brah. Don't kill me. This is where the 1000 heal, which I don't think NA has yet, but I'm not sure, and the heal boost, which NA does have. In combination, you could have probably used the 2k heal with the combo like 3 times. Really? Brah? Really? I guess we kind of deserved that, but anyway, you probably could use it about 3 times by now and could live another turn. Well, she did pretty well. She was right on the edge, though, of going a lot farther than that. Like, she was about to go way further than that. If she had just not died right there, she could have vulnerability, NP'd, crit, and then maybe NP'd again. We got lucky crits there. Yeah, I didn't think NA had the heal yet. But they do have the heal boost, so that's nice. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, I got it covered up. I don't see the stats. I don't see it. I actually can't. It's really hard for me to tell. Okay, no, I can see now. They're not quite all 10, 10, 10, but getting there. I see 2 999s there. Got to get those lures. Okay, well, who am I gonna guess is... Actually, I think I know who this is. I definitely think Caligula's 2K Fode, because I'm pretty sure I've used this person's Caligula before. I would think the other one would be someone that's grailed. So, Taiga's gold, so it's probably Taiga. So I would say, yeah, Caligula, Taiga, and if the other one is on here... See, Kiyohime is not... Grailed, so I'm gonna say it's not her. I don't even know why she's on the support list then. Boudica. Alright, let's see if I got this right here. Okay, got that. That one, though, I already knew, because I'm pretty sure I've used this guy's Caligula before. Alright, then I said Taiga. Nope. And I said Boudica. Nope. Fuck. Was it Gorgon? She's grailed too, but she's not 100. Yeah. That's weird! You're weird! Why is your Gorgon level 94, but it's 2K Fode, but then Taiga's level 100, and she's not 2K Fode? This is bullshit! I don't know, I'm guessing you probably didn't get Gorgon until maybe recently. Ran out of grails. Fair enough. Alright. Let's see. Is there someone else being 2K Fode? Because that's just the two. I don't know. Ishtar, maybe? She's only 999. I'm guessing it's just those two right now. Okay, well, it's Caligula time. Probably anniversary blonde for him. I don't see him living long enough otherwise. Shame we don't have our buff, because then we at least get the defense down. It's probably better that we don't use our NP here, though. I'm not sure. Yeah, it probably is better not to use it. Yeah, it's true. We might not have all 2K foes that have been released. Or saving for someone else. Oh man, we don't got the good animations. Hopefully you get that one early. I don't have all foes on NA. I skip NA events all the time. I made sure I got 2 to 2K foe really quick, but after that I stopped giving a crap. I really only care on my main account on JP. All my other accounts, I'm like, eh, I'll get them if I get them. If I don't, whatever. You pretty much get all animation updates early now, with the exception of a very few. It's just sometimes it's not that early. That's the thing, but most animation updates come pretty early for NA these days. I guess Stargen is what I care about, because he doesn't need his NP. That's why they make them hard to get, is because they want them to be motivation to complete events. I actually like, though, not... I wish, like... I kind of wish they didn't do that. I don't need motivation for my main account, right? To clear an event. But I don't want to have to clear an event on all my ult accounts, right? So I don't like them being so hard to get. Normally, it depends on the event. Like, Guda Final, I was very happy to do that event over and over. That was a lot of fun. Do I just buff now? We don't have that many stars. Hey, Marcellus, thank you for the resub, man. Coolter so does not need any buffs. Although, I actually would not be surprised if they do buff him at some point. He's just so popular, and people think old units need buffs even when they're still outperforming new units. Like, it is so common that a new unit that gets added to the game is not half as good as Coolter. That's very normal. We don't... Wait, do we have buff success chance on NA? I feel like that's in a summer event or something, so I'm thinking not yet. Because that's not even that old. Yeah, that's not even that old on JP. Yeah, no way. land all the buffs anyway, though. Who needs it? Okay, Atlas would have been nice to just remove the defense down. Like, if that might buy us a turn, but it might not, so. This crit spread is garbage. That is unfortunate. Also, our command codes don't really do anything, because, not a servant. That's unfortunate. Get the crit one, at least. Oh, we land those triple crits anyway, though. That's pretty good damage for being in a solo and not having like team buffs or any of that nonsense. That ain't half bad. I think we just see red press red. I don't, I see no reason to do otherwise. Whoa, what do you think's gonna happen first, chat? I know, I don't remember the timeline, because it's a known thing, I'm sure, but what can we, with free to play, like not getting the ones from the extra shop, you know, DaVinci shop. What are we gonna see first? Max faux pas on servants or faux pas hitting in A? That's gonna be so sad if they hit in A and JP has yet to max a single unit. That's kind of fucked up. I know I think we're a bit ahead though of the curve because they did do that event. They did that event where they actually gave out a bunch. They did it once. They did it one time. So we actually are ahead of like whatever the original calculation was. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really close. I think it originally was gonna hit NA first, but it might not anymore because of that event that they did where they gave them out. Like you don't have to buy them from the DaVinci shop to get ahead of the curve because of that. But yeah, it's gonna be really close. That's gonna be so sad though if NA gets them, then like JP doesn't have a unit yet that has all of them. Although I'm sure the whales would have a unit that has all of them because they buy them from the DaVinci shop. Because I have not missed any. I've not missed a login, and I still got one more card to do. That was unfortunate. I was really hoping to let that guts last one more turn, because then we could have gotten our other skills back. A little bit more value that way. He did pretty good though for a fucking 2-star berserker. Like, oh, I like those crits right there. With a little bit of luck, he could have lived one more turn, and so he could have gotten his heal and attack up again. And actually, that might have bought him another turn because if we landed the defense up and the heal, he could have probably gone 2 more turns if we had if Guts had just gone off 1 turn later. That is sad. I think he did do better than Ziggurat, yes. Which is pretty sad, to be honest. Honestly, Caligula did pretty great, all things considered. He's such a bad unit for this. His NP doesn't do damage, right? And he's a 2-star Berserker. That was really good. I tell you what, on JP, if you had a Caligula that was this upgraded on JP, so you got like the best command codes on JP and all that stuff, and then you have the faux pas and stuff, I think he could solo this. 400k is a lot, but we could have gotten a lot more value out of like looping our skills again there, and there's a lot better command codes on JP, and then you also have the faux pas. You'd have to get lucky as fuck. You would have, I mean, 400k is still a lot. Like that's a lot. But if we got lucky as balls, I actually think it's possible for him to do that on JP. It's probably impossible on NA right now. Unless you got like some completely ridiculous RNG, like 1 in a million or something, but I guess theoretically the dragon could just buff himself like 6 times in a row, or you know, nonsense like that, but that's super rare. Alright, more MHX. Okay, I don't... this is... I'm immediately... Artoria fan, right? It's super fucking Artoria fan here. I like how the only... See, this is not one of those times where it's like all waifu and then one dude. That dude is only there because it's Merlin. There's no way this guy is like, oh man, and Merlin's the one guy that I really like. Although most people like Merlin to a degree, but This guy, Merlin's on the support list because it's Merlin, right? Otherwise, I think this would be all waifu. This is definitely a waifu player here, or Toria player really. But all right, let's see. Well, I'm obviously going to guess that MHX has faux or the 2K faux because you put it in the all slot. So for this, so I'd imagine it's that. For the other ones though, I'll guess regular or Toria. I feel like it's probably that or MHXX because you know the servant universe ones go together. But I'll guess regular Artoria, the OG. All right, let me see here. Okay, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm right about this one. I'm almost sure, but only NP1 feels so bad, man. That's enough. I mean, I couldn't see the level. I couldn't see. Oh well. Oh wait, you're right. I could still look for Grail. I wasn't that 5 brain area. I wasn't looking at the star icons. I was only looking at the border. I noticed with Kiyohime because her border was silver. I forgot that you could look at the stars. But at least it was my second guess. I think it looks like it's MHXX because yeah no what is it A? I guess A is okay. It's A. That one's Grail to 100 too. All right, so it's yet another person though that's really big on the MHX insert letters here, people. Lily isn't up in all like normal. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that people support lists get a bit fucked up with how we're doing it right now. So I guess you did MHX Lily and then Alter, MHX Alter. Okay, well everyone's 10, 10, 10, and pretty good command codes. I mean, CEs. I'm guessing, let's see. Kind of hard to see these command codes. Yeah, they're decent. MHXXs are probably better. Okay, well, let's go smack a dragon. Man, it being NP1 is feels bad here. Also, she doesn't have all of her buffs yet. She has a few of them, though. So what, we don't have her attack up one, right? Okay. When does NA get Saber Wars 2? I guess that's not too far off. The next year? This year? Okay, cool. Well, there's a chance to get her again, and then you got the buff there, so. Yeah. Rip Halloween. So her like ribbon scarf thing on her arm looks pretty bad in the sprite, and like they need she needs a sprite update because they updated her sprite, but it wasn't like a full one. Like that doesn't look like cloth at all. It looks like plastic. It's pretty weird. Not much I can do here. Like for Stargen. Okay, what's the plan here? Let me look. I need to remember which buffs she does and doesn't have. So I think she doesn't have the defense down and the attack up, I think, is what she's missing. That's unfortunate. That's a lot of damage right there. Let's see then. At least we get our third skill. Yeah, I think we just cast everything. That is pretty nice when they buffed her third skill though, because at least it does something no matter what you're fighting. So you get that like just it's a three-turn attack though. It's not a one-turn one, so that's pretty nice. $74 stars. How about that? I like how that's the one turn I wanted the dragon to attack. Okay. There you go. There you go. Anyway, that was the one turn I wanted the dragon to attack because we had invulnerability and he buffed a bunch. Why does Hans have to be like this? 80%! It is overwhelmingly in your fucking favor, and this guy doesn't have magic resist or anything, and you're over here like, I'ma just not do that. I don't even want my value. Do I do art or quick? Because quick means I can potentially crit again. I'll do art though, see if we can get our NP right away. If I don't get it this turn, I should have quicked it, because I'm gonna get it next turn if I did quick or art. Oh my god, dragon! Oh god, yeah, well, I should have quicked. We could have gotten it there though if the dragon had attacked us. But if you're gonna take 2 turns to get it, I might as well gone for better crits, so. At least we lucked out and got some crits there anyway. Oh, okay. Now that I don't need DNP gain anymore, now you do the crit. I see what's going on. Yeah, we're having some Tristan moments over here. She'll be able to beat this when she has her buffs. Definitely. And she might be able to beat it now if you get a little lucky. Like if the stun would land and stuff. Also, you know, if we were in P2, we're NPing so often, the bonus damage from NP1 to NP2, which is the largest damage bonus you see from any NP rank. We'd be applying it over and over again, so... Yeah, she'll probably be able to do this when she's buffed. Wait, isn't the Saber one there 25%? So I should be switching those placements. So many turns where we could loop, but we're just barely not making it. Crits or Stargen? I think we do the crits. The point of Stargen is to crit, so why go for crits later when you can get crits now? She's gonna be somewhat off from doing it right now, but so it might be kind of deceiving, but really I do think it's possible for her to... A lot of little things going wrong, and you know, we don't have the buffs yet and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it is doable for her. Ari, apparently Burb could pig the giant pig challenge quest. Like the main boss, she could actually pig it, which I'm so confused by. Like I'm so confused by that. Like almost never, if it's a relevant boss, do they allow her to CC them. And then, you know, generally challenge quests is kind of what they put at the top of the list. So I am so surprised that she can. Like, there are just so many random things they don't let her pig. Like, just random bosses. It's so weird to me that she can stun that one. Yeah, people in my chat, I haven't tested it personally, but people in my chat were testing it and they said she could. I guess they could have been lying to me, but I would hope not. You know, I think they might have done it there though, because it's not as useful as it could be, because there's ads and the ads will still attack. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's why they did it. Or or it could be an oversight too. Is it bad? Is it seriously? My assumption is when Cersei is able to CC a boss, my assumption is it's an oversight or a bug, right? Because they just never fucking let her do it. Feels bad, man. I swear if that 90% didn't crit. She can definitely do this. Look at this. We had a stun miss, and we're getting this far, and we're in P1, and we don't have our buffs yet, and we've had some issues with the MP gain here and there. So yeah, this is definitely doable. Doing that combo because it's our last turn, so burst damage. Yeah, this is definitely doable by her. She'll need to be quite upgraded, obviously. You're not going to do it at like level 90 in P1 or anything like that, but this is definitely doable. Yeah, she did quite well. I want to remember that one and come back to this later, because she did really good there. There are some bosses that are immune to stun, but they can be petrified by Medusa and stuff. So the problem is, there certainly are bosses out there that only have stun immunity, like Limbo. Limbo only has stun immunity. He doesn't have sleep immunity or charm immunity or petrify immunity, but he's also a major boss. And most major bosses, they just don't allow you to pig. So there is clearly a passive for Limbo, for the final fight with Limbo, where he has a passive under the hood that says he's immune to stun, specifically stun. But they probably just flagged him where he can't be pigged. So even though his passive probably doesn't say that, it probably doesn't work anyway. Alright, we already did that one, so we'll do the one underneath, which is white flags here. Okay, I forgot to put the thing up where I couldn't see, but I only saw Taiga's stats, but I was going to guess Taiga anyway because it's in the all slot. I'm pretty much always going to guess the all slot, so... the second guess is the one that matters. Okay, I'm gonna actually look for the Grails this time. Oh god, Mev is Grailed. I mean, good for them, they can do whatever they want, but obviously that's not my fave. But yeah, that's you're supposed to get what you like, so don't. Anyway, let's see. Do I just guess Mev then? No one else is Grailed, that's weird. Why is no one else Grailed? Because, I mean, NA's been out for a while, so they can have plenty of things Grailed. Also, every single unit is a waifu, I'm just saying. Also, I can't see their skill ranks, and I don't want to move the thing because I'll fuck it up. Yeah, I guess I'll just guess Mev. I guess Mev and Taiga should get Fode. And then I guess that someone else could be, I'll say, I don't know, Ishtar. It's the thoughterry. Alright, well, I'm very confident I'm right about this one. Yep. What? It's a debate! I guess maybe there's just other Grailed units that aren't on the support list. That's my guess, is like because of the all slot thing, there's someone else that's normally on here that is Grailed that's not on here. Because it's so weird that there's only 2 Grailed units. Like literally my entire support list is Grailed for my main. Every single fucking unit is Grailed, so it's like something is up here. Alright, who the fuck is who else is 2K foe then? Okay, not Ishtar. I'm guessing they're just not on the support list. So much debating going on right now. So either saving, like stockpiling, doesn't play NA enough to get that many, or they're just not on the support list for some reason. It's Medea. Okay, so I see. You put Scatty up because, you know, Scatty, I suppose. I can get behind that taste though. Medea's is good. I can support this. I stole her command codes. Alright, let's see how Taiga does. Wait. Oh god. So we actually tested this a while ago. Remember we were testing the Lancers, and we had some Lancers do really well. Like Ku did super fucking well. He got crazy far, and he didn't even get lucky. He got kind of unlucky, and he got super far. And Scath got quite far. Canis got decently far. Like we got. I think, what did Ku get to? He got to like low 700k or something like that. I think he made like maybe 720 or some nonsense, which for a Lancer is amazing. So yeah, the barometer for how well she needs to do is very different here. But yeah, we had those Lancers a few days ago, so that's what we'll compare it to. Normally, okay, no point in doing Atlas. Her cooldowns are too long, and it's a fucking dragon, so Anniversary Blonde. That is bold. Slotting a Lancer is bold, though. But thankfully, we've been testing Lancers here, so we do have like a benchmark, so we can kind of see. Yeah, I remember Ku was around 700k, but that was with him not getting too lucky. I really think Ku could get to like 740 or something, which is crazy because he's a fucking Lancer. Yeah, Taiga's cooldowns, man. Look at all this NP. I'm restarting. Lancers have it so tough. They get it so tough here. She needs a little bit better hand than that. I gotta find white flags again. Damn it. I forgot. I have 1 million people added. Damn it. This game... reasons to not have massive support lists, by the way. Oh my god. There we go. I was about to say Fury banned him. Alright. I mean, I've had a completely full support list before. I don't need to imagine. I can't reset again because it'll take 3 years to summon him again. Well, no love for Taiga. I banned him for his support list. Come on! Bruh! Look at all this NP gain! Oh my god. The only NP gain we have gotten is from our units dying. Are you kidding me right now? Cursed. So out of all of this, we got a quick card. One quick card. Thanks, game. Well, we only made 6 stars. Ugh. Let me think. Why isn't this a jungle, by the way? Jungle dragon, you know, make it green. It is so funny looking at the Lancer list. So when Fate was young, the Lancer class was overwhelmingly dudes. It was like the dude class. And then even when FGO came out, it was still almost all dudes. But then when you look at the list and the order that they've released them, it goes from almost all dudes to then almost all waifus. It's insane. There's so many female waifus now for Lancer. It's crazy. Like they really flipped that one around pretty hard there. Okay, let's see. What am I doing here? Definitely first and second skill. I guess I saved my third skill. What? The thing is, you want to crit. No, we'll go for luck. You want to have all the buffs at the same time. So like the Buster Up from the Mystic Code applies to the crits and the NP, and same for the other skills. So it just makes sense. I just don't have that many stars. So oh, that's right. I totally forgot she did that. I'll take it. Oh wait, I don't have my NP because this game hates me. I forgot. Okay, not only do I need to restart anyway, just because the beginning went so bad. I keep forgetting she's getting screwed over. Everyone else gets their NP on this turn, but not Taiga. We didn't get good crits there anyway. And hey, actually got him there. She's kind of a bad unit though to have no starting NP because she's only got the one art card, so. Yeah, but she didn't even make it to 50%, Ari. Like, so if she had starting NP like everyone else, she still wouldn't have gotten it. Okay, that's better. We're probably not going to get it in time, but I think what we want is we want to be able to get it one turn after showing up to the boss. And that's should be very reasonable to accomplish. This will hurt my star gen later, but fuck it. Want the overkill? Alright, this time we got our NP if we had starting NP, so there's actually quite a bit of wiggle room this time. Because not only are we already over, but we got the one more turn. She should be okay now. That was pretty bullshit last time. So what I want to do is I want to get my NP and I want to make as many stars as possible so the crit spread isn't really bad. So her busts are up though. Now I can't do her first skill. It'd be nice to, but I can't because I'd waste the stars and I'd waste... Like the busts are up last 3 turns and are probably only going to live, you know, 4 or 5 turns tops. But yeah, I gotta wait a turn. Buster quick would be nice. Her NP gain is not that amazing though. Just in case the dragon like only buffs, like in case the dragon like double buffs or triple buffs or never crits or whatever, I'll do the save clay here. Like I think this is very likely to go way overcharged, and even if Buster quick wasn't enough, I think him attacking us probably would have made it enough. But I don't really feel like risking it here. I tell you, man, I got all these issues with how they do FGO, but I love FGO, man. I love, you know, all the mix of units and, you know, all the different styles and all the voice acting and getting to see chat's favorite units and stuff and making videos for it. I do enjoy me some FGO, man. Okay, let's blow a dragon up here that we're being counterclassed by, but I mean, what do you expect? It's also very fun how like deeply I understand this game, right? Like I've been playing it so much and I take it, you know, fairly seriously, and just because I've been playing it so long, you know, I can tell like anybody, like if someone's new to the game, you know, I know exactly like, you know, what kind of servants are good, what aren't, what CEs are worth it, what aren't, what's useful from events, you know, what helps new players, what doesn't help new players, what helps vets, what doesn't help vets, you know. I just know the game like so fucking well at this point. It's kind of fun to just have like that thing on the side that you know stupidly well, and they're always adding new things to it. The only thing that would make it better is if you needed 17 dupes to use the Noble Phantasm for low stars. I know, right? God, I can't believe they did that, dude. Fucking the Blaze Blue game. Okay. This turn is shite. I don't think she's gonna really keep up with Ku and Scath and all of them, but you wouldn't really expect that because I mean, Ku is just ridiculous. If she can get it under 1 million, I'll be happy, because that's pretty tough for a Lancer to do. It does show though just how much more value, you know, like some units get against each other when you compare them in these places. I wish we could have NP'd twice, but not looking like it. I could potentially NP next turn if I do Art quick, but I'd be wasting the Buster Up. But then getting a BBB turn is probably better than the Buster Up this turn. Fuck it, we'll go for it. I'm actually going to cheat for the next solo. I'm just going to summon Aerie because I want to see Cheeky here. Although I guess we'll use whatever Aerie has on the all slot because it might not be Shiki. But I'm going to use Shiki here coming up because I really want to know. Got to get maximum Shiki in here. That was worth it. Doing that one turn right there, that was bad. That was worth it. Now, if we had failed to get our NP, it would not have been worth it, but... The Claw! Alright, well, she's not up there with the best of them by any means, but she still did that's respectable. I mean, so many Lancers wouldn't even get that far, so... she did alright. That's very tough for Lancers. 960, 966. Not bad, not bad. We'll see if we have any other Lancers today. Oh, look! Look at that! Aerie was next anyway! Never mind, Chad. I was just kidding before. I wouldn't have broken ranks. I was just kidding. Clearly. All right, I'm not looking, but I should know this. Let's see. Okay, no question. Shiki is 2K Foe. Okay, so now I think Aerie, like she said earlier, she probably is 2.5. Let me think. It's definitely one of the Atalantes. Which one would you rate higher? Oh wait, there's Edmund. Fuck. No. One of them is okay, I think it's Shiki, Edmund, and then one of the halves is probably Atalante. Which one? Which one? I'm gonna say it's Shiki, Edmund, and regular Atalante is like the half one. Okay, let's see. Okay, got that right, and that's easy. Got that right, alright, and that's the wrong button. Fuck! Damn it! And that's the only guess that mattered. That's the only one that the other two weren't that hard. So I know Aerie well enough. God damn it! Is it other Atalante or is it someone else entirely? Fuck! Is it Bedivere or something, or is it someone that's not great? Oh god! I didn't even see that Karna was. Yeah. As soon as I saw that it was Grailed, I knew it was him. I knew you liked Karna. I didn't realize you liked Karna that much. Fuck. I usually have Amakusa in extra and Dante's in all. Yeah. God, that emote is so good, dude. God damn it though. Like I knew you liked Karna, but I never really even thought that you liked it more than Atalante, and because of that, I didn't even look to see if he was Grailed. I didn't even check. Damn it. Yeah, as soon as I saw that he was Grailed, I was like, fuck. Good taste though. I mean, Karna's great, and he's got like the best animations ever. Who the fuck doesn't like Karna? I can't trust somebody that doesn't like Karna, man. It's not a bad sign. Alright, definitely. I mean, is it Atlas for her? I mean, her skills are all really good, so I would think so. Let me see your command codes. If you have heal boost, okay, no, it's Atlas then. And I'm not, even with heal boost, it might still be Atlas, but if she had heal boost, maybe default. But especially if she had her own heal. If she had her own healing ability, and then you have the Mystic Code, then I'd probably say it's that, because that's just so much longevity. But Shiki does not heal herself. She actually does the opposite of that, and she cuts herself for some reason, so, you know. I saw I Love Arjuna on my support list there a minute ago. I don't think they're in chat this second, but she might grace us with her presence at some point. Is Poi Poi still here? Because I know he's always trying to get me to use his trap face. So I guess he could. Fucking this hand though. Dantes escaped the raid up that contained him. Lore accurate. Oh yeah, Poi Poi's here. Will you get at the top of the list though? Okay, got our NP, no problem. Look at this fucking 80. Why am I swearing right now? Look at this 80% art crit though. Dude, I want Bull of Heaven as a repeatable challenge quest like Kiara is. Like if freaking Kiara gets to be replayable at any time, can we? Bull of Heaven was such a good boss fight. Like, my god, I would love for that to be one that's just in the game that you can do anytime. That'd be great. Alright, give me these stars. Oh, look at that meta! She didn't kill it, so Arash gets to make one more star. And, like, on a blue moon, 2 more stars. But normally just 1. Clairvoyance, by the way, it really helps. That 1 hit count, you know. Okay. Well, I guess we just hope we get a lucky crit here. I'm guessing you put Star Absorb on her art card because you know what you're. Yep. See, Eri knows what she's doing, and that's just so good on her. Like, because she has a crit skill and she has an art up, and she, you know, it's so Star Absorb on her art card is just amazing. I like how in the meantime I really see Eri knows what's up. Look at this. Because there's not another good Star Absorb one for art cards right now, you did Star Bomb. Because you're gonna click, you know you're gonna click the art card anyway, and the other thing you can do to increase the chances of a art card critting is making more stars. So, pretty good. Probably not gonna. The only way we would loop there is if he crit like twice. That would have been awesome though. Against an enemy that had a, well, we can do this, but if against an enemy that had slightly higher hit count, you could loop there, and you would not need your third skill. Kind of nice to get value out of the third skill though. It is so common on Shiki in a solo that you never get value out of your third skill. It is so common because you have turns where you will be like 40% off or something, like you're not in range, but then the next turn you'll be over because the currency gain is good enough. So that happens a lot on her, and I mean like a lot. Like just her gain rates just work out that way where it's very easy for her to never get to use her third skill. In a solo, and even in a team sometimes, but thankfully in a team play it's definitely better because your deck is so much more inconsistent. Oh yeah, if she insta-kills, I need to zeet the app. I actually need to be ready for that. It's unbelievably unlikely. Over the years of us doing this fight, and we've done whole teams of nothing but spamming insta-death, we've only ever insta-deathed this guy once. So yeah, the odds are terrible. What I love is the one time we insta-death this guy, it was not when we were stacking insta-death chance and everything, and it was on a Gramps normal attack, which is obviously much rarer than him insta-deathing with his NP or something. Just so random. You know what? I think I'm gonna do this. This might get us our NP right now. Especially if we get a crit in here. Damn it, 30-30-60 was very much in our favor to get one crit. And we didn't. Dude, I think if one of those had crit, I think we would have gotten it. Yeah, look, we're only 6% off. And then someone's gonna say 7%, but round up. Damn it, man, and our first go came back. 30-30-60, you know, your favored, like, God. And look, oh man, damn it, dude. So much value out the window here. We were gonna have our defense down, we could NP with our art up, and then quick art with the 100% crit. That's so good. That is so fucking lame that we didn't get our NP there. We had just crit last turn. Man, we double art crit. We could have had the art up and the double defense down. Now we don't even have a defense down. Well, we could get lucky and crit here, make up for the not critting earlier. Well, it wouldn't entirely make up for it, because a whole lot of other things happened because we didn't crit earlier, but... They never re-ran Tetsubun, and I don't think they will, because it was so divisive. It was such a divisive event. I don't think it should have been, but it was. How about that? Us casting it twice, though, might result in us dying a turn sooner. Depends. Worth it, though. We've gotten a turn worth of value out of it easily. CEO event was fun, but I actually liked Tetsubun a little bit more, I think. And that's obviously not a rerun, it's just a similar event. But if you look at how they changed that event, it was kind of, that was like their answer to Tetsubun being so divisive. It was a lot easier to bring your units again. If you do like the bonus thing and all that. And it was also just easier, in my opinion, for the most part. I did really like the challenge quest though in Amazon event, but I really liked the challenge quest in Setsubun too, actually. They were both awesome, so. I'll probably overcharge, but I don't want to take any chances here. Oh, now you crit though. Oh, now you crit. Okay. I see how it is. We don't have art up this time though. You're doing pretty good. And she could have done a bit better if things had gone a bit smoother. But you're doing pretty well. I'll have to do this on 100 face. I have to do it on JP because my 100 face is maxed over here, but that'd be a fun thing to compare. Chiki's definitely in the range though where she could get a bit farther than that. She could probably get 460 maybe. That'd be really lucky though. 460 would be pretty lucky. But she could have fairly easily gotten to like 480, 490, I think. That wouldn't have been too hard. That's pretty good, honestly. And once there's some different command codes and stuff out, she'll do a bit better than that. So pretty damn good for a 4-star welfare, I would say. At neutral. If she was counterclassing, she would have won pretty easily there. I would say the one that's impressed me the most, though, was Caligula. He did very well. This is going to be boring. Let's see what we got here, though. Okay. Let's see, who's Grailed? Oh, I already know who it is. It's on Ku and Caster Ku. Well, maybe Ku Alter. It might be on Ku and Ku Alter, but yeah, I guess I'll guess Ku Alter, and then Caster Ku might be just now getting them. Okay, right about that. Right about that. Am I right about this one though? Yep. Yeah, I figured. Okay, well, this is gonna be the only way this is even remotely losable. Is if we just get unbelievably unlucky and the boss triple attacks and crits on the 3rd hit like every time, because his protection from arrows is only 2 hits. So if we just get... It is possible to lose if we get very unlucky. But I mean, it's like 1 in 1,000 or something, so this is going to be a slaughter. Yeah, pretty much just see B, press B. Dude, what I think would have been way better to test here would have been Cast or Coup. I think that would have been really cool. We're not seeing much AoE love today. I guess we do that. A little bit NP game. Speaking of Caster Coup, could he get an animation update, please? That would be swell. Yeah, I do think he's gonna get one. It may not be Lost Belt 6, it could be Lost Belt 6.2, it could be Lost Belt 6.5, it could be Lost Belt 5.9. You know, with how they do stuff now, just because he was in the opening doesn't mean he's just gonna be in vanilla Lost Belt 6. You know, God knows how they're gonna handle it. Hopefully he is, and I hope Lost Belt 6 isn't, you know, a bunch of bullshit, split up nonsense, but somewhere in there, in the Lost Belt 6 area, I think it's pretty safe to say he'll get an animation update because of the anime thing. Arash, don't kill it with the Buster attacks. Uh-oh. Fuck! We could have gotten an extra star, man. Instead, we got 2 stars. I'll wait a turn to cast my first skill. Shame the Gilgamesh command code doesn't work here, but he's not a servant. It's a shame because this is such a good testing ground for things. What a dummy. That's why I didn't cast my first skill, though. I might actually wait another turn now. I like how we did not crit there, thanks game. We had like, what, 30 and 70? I mean, I know we don't... Oh, okay, that was bad. Probably should have cast our first skill. Crit down, probably wouldn't have crit there. That's what I was talking about, though. Sometimes you get through your protection from arrows in a really awkward way, because this is only 2 hit. We're like, Coup will always get 1 turn of value, period. It doesn't matter if the boss attacks 2 on 1 turn and 3 on another, so like that 3, it gets through by a lot. It doesn't matter. The total value of survivability is 1 turn. Where Coup Alter doesn't actually get generally a full turn of survivability out of his. And you could literally have protection from arrows and guts up on Coup Alter and have his guts go off immediately because the enemy could attack 3 times and crit on the last one and proc guts. And it was like, well, why didn't I just cast guts then? Right? Thankfully that doesn't happen very often, but that is very annoying on Coup Alter that can happen. Thankfully this boss doesn't hit hard enough though that that's too big of a deal. But there are bosses that can happen on. However, it would be broken if Coup Alter had more survivability because he is a berserker and because he can see red press red and everything. Like, he's a super good unit, so he doesn't need it, but it's just kind of frustrating. Yeah, all protection from arrows are 5 turns. He just triple buffed. We're actually getting really lucky now. Like, that 1 turn was bad, but overall, that was super lucky for us. Dragon just wants it over with. I should do this. Glad we got Atlas though to get rid of the dot because we're so low. He attacked just enough to give us her NP. What a dummy. Man, all the spam bots are pretty annoying. Yeah, the dragon's having a bad time. Not looking so good for him. I feel like we need a name for this dragon. Instead of calling him the 1.2 million dragon or 1 million dragon, we need a name. Okay, he's dead. We'll just close here. We won. Even if by some miracle we didn't do 78k, we still have guts. That was a little bit closer than I thought it would have been, though. We were actually dead next turn. Or the turn after, because we had guts this one, and then the next one we'd be dead. Now, in those 2 turns, we would do so much damage that we're very safe. Like, the win rate here is like 99% or something. Or like not even more than that, really. That was a little bit closer than I thought it would be. Alright, give me 1 second, I need more water. Richard, I don't hate that. Okay. I am back. Yeah, that's a good idea, Ari. I like how this person's name is Dragons. This is a bold pick here. So, if people that don't understand like why it's generally better to use someone that's not a berserker or an archer, is because you're not really testing much. You're not benchmarking, right? Because I wonder if Fujino can beat this, right? You're not benchmarking, right? The best you can benchmark is how much overkill do they have, right? Where when you test almost any other thing, you're pushing them to their limit, so you actually see like what they can do, and you're getting their maximum, right? And obviously they're not winning a lot of the time, but that's because it's so much harder when they're not getting counterclass stuff. And when they do win, that's like wow, right? If someone wins at neutral, it's like damn, right? Because that's really big value generally. Okay, let's see. Thankfully, I didn't have my thing up to block the bottom, but I wasn't looking, so I didn't see what was what level. I'm hoping more people see lots of grails, because it's kind of easy if I don't see a lot of grails. Thankfully, there's a lot of grails here. Well, obviously gonna guess Melt. Ku's grailed, but I don't know if it's to 100. And there's Hans. And Zerker a lot. Is it cheating if I look at the NP ranks? Like if I move this thing just a little bit so I can see the NP ranks? Because I feel like that's a really good way to tell how the odds of how far they might have grailed somebody. Because okay. The guy for this account says it's fine, so okay. So Lancelot is NP3. That's fairly high. That's still in spook range though, where you could have just been from spooks and stuff. I'm gonna guess it's Melt, Lancelot, and then Ku, if there's a half one. I think a lot of people aren't gonna have the half one. I think people miss foe items a lot, but alright, let's see. Okay, got that one. Okay, Lancelot is 100. Yeah, okay, I got that one. And then does Ku have any? Nope, shit. Well, I tried. Does anyone else have foes? You could just be saving them. I wish I got Lancelot. Oh, now that's interesting, and that's actually not bad. That's pretty interesting. So that's the health foes, but he's a support. That's actually pretty smart because like basically what this guy clearly likes Hans, right? But he's trying to be practical about it and not waste grails and stuff, right? And he's focusing on Hans' survivability so Hans doesn't explode. So he's grailed him enough to kind of get some extra health, and then he gave him the health foes. But, you know, for a practicality standpoint, you don't really need to take him to 100, right? Because you start getting such bad grails from 90 to 100. And he doesn't need the attack foes, obviously. This is very practical, actually. I like that quite a bit. I'm guessing the other attack foes are not on anyone right now. And they're either his support slots are just messed up because of Melt being in the ult slot, and there's someone else, or he's saving them. Like for like a unit down the line. Because, you know, in a clairvoyance. But that's pretty cool, actually. Oh, was the Lancelot only 2k attack and not the health? Oh, so it's maybe there is no third unit being worked on yet then. I still like that though, because again, you give the one to one unit and the health to the other, because Lancelot doesn't need the health ones that much. So yeah, that makes sense. Alright, Melt does not have her other buff yet, but she is still pretty good. Now, she is not as disadvantaged as a Lancer here, not even close, but she is obviously disadvantaged here. So her benchmark is going to be quite different than most units. I definitely want Richard in there because Richard is good. But yeah, we're not going to vote yet. We don't even have to vote today, right? We can take our time for some good ideas, like good references and stuff, you know. No Ice Brown Dragon. That's kind of a long name. I like Richard and Bob. I like both of those. I call everyone Bob though, so no, people wouldn't even know that I was referring to that. Alright, her thing only lasts 3 turns, so I'm not casting that yet. Good start. So what is this? Her stage 2, I think? It's kind of cool, the black and white. I see that one the least. I normally see stage 1 or stage 3, which horrifies me because stage 3 is yikes. Okay. Do I cast it now? Well, I definitely do this. But gaining the stars here is pointless, though. But getting a leg up on your turns is nice. I'm gonna be ballsy and I'm gonna not do it. Melt, don't kill it for the love of God. You have no crit chance, so okay, we're good. I need to play, with Fibbage. I need to play that more. That game was a lot of fun with friends. So I valued these stars more than the 1-turn cooldown, and for that to have been the correct decision, I must crit here. If we don't crit here, it was the wrong call. She does have her 3rd skill buff, so I can get that. We don't care about the NP down, so I guess I just use it. I really preferred that skill the way it was before, but can't have nuance. Not on a 5-star anyway. I really don't like Melt Stage 3, it just looks so weird. Too much going on, and then the pose is kind of silly. man. Like, imagine trying to, like, it's just too much, right? It's just too much, like, fluff and thick shit everywhere. Like, it's kind of weird. Okay, I want to get rid of my defense down. I guess, but the quick up, though... I'll do it. Besides, maybe the NP gain works out. If I had melt, I would probably use her in stage 1, I would think. Normally, when I like stages about the same, I go with what's canon, and that's the canon one, so... Really awesome if I could somehow NP next turn, but that's probably not going to happen. You know, it's unfortunate because Passion Lips gameplay is very awesome and it's balanced. It's very good and very awesome and unique and helpful, but it's not broken and lame or anything. But I don't think I would ever use Passion Lips. I hate her design so much. And you know, if people like the design, go nuts, but I just don't care for it in the slightest, so... But it is unfortunate because her gameplay is quite something. This is not a good turn for our stars. We have guaranteed crits anyway. But living is nice. I think we wait anyway. I'm playing this kind of weird. What stage of King Potato Chips would I use? Let me look. Probably, I think it's her stage 3. Let me look. I kind of forgot what her stages are. Oh yeah, definitely stage 3. That's not even close. Like, one stage 3, like, references, you know, like, her essences more, which is kind of cool. And then, like, stage 1 is just bandages. Like, wow. And then stage 2 is just moss nonsense, which is kind of bizarre. And then, yeah, so definitely 3. I'm at 95%. Are you fucking kidding me, game? Well, this sucks, and I'm having to waste stars. Having a bad time here. Stage 2 is Kermit. Now, look how much we overcharged because of that. Look at this shit. Feels bad, man. RNG has not been on our side. She was going to be in CCC, I don't think he had time or something. I can't remember why she got cut. I think in the game, she still canonically, she still exists in CCC. Like, all of them were created in CCC. I think she just dies off screen or something. I don't remember how it works. Well, we're probably dead here. We might be able to live one more turn if we get a little lucky. This is where having a heal command code that I should have swapped those around because of the command code. Anyway, if we had some kind of like survivability command code that we could have used 2 or 3 times, it's pretty likely to live one more turn. She did pretty good though for doing half damage. Now she doesn't take double damage like Lancers do, so damn it. You couldn't buff one time there, buddy. Because we had one more turn, we could have NP'd again, which would have been nice. But she did pretty good for doing half damage, so not bad. Oh, hey, it's lost. Let's see, I haven't gotten to see his stuff in a while. Alright, what do we got here? Okay. That's a lot of Grails. So we got Jolter Grailed, Nero Caster, Shootin', and Herc. Fuck! Nope! Trying to... Fucking Christ, trying to see the NP ranks. I'm bad at this. Thankfully, I didn't see nothing. Okay, Shootin' is NP5. So... that boosts my... oh, and so is Ishtar. But so is Herc. Fuck. Okay, hold up. So I think it's not Caster Nero then, because she's NP3. And Lost is obviously willing to go in deep because the other ones are NP5. Okay, so I'm gonna guess Jolter because she's in the all slot and NP4. Although that might be a trap. That might be a fucking trap. Hold on. Lost is one of those. He is definitely, because he wants to show off interesting stuff on stream, and I think he thinks Jolter is fun here, which I agree. You know, she's not like a boring pick. Like if he put Herc up, I think I would slap him. This might be a fucking debate. But NP4 is pretty high, and she's limited. And I like... Thanks, chat. I like how chat's... I'm literally got it set up so I can't see their stats and their level, and chat's over here blurting out their stats. Thanks, guys. Well, I guess it would go Jolter then. Well, that's not the interesting guess anyway. It's the second one. I'm thinking Ishtar just because she's NP5. I mean, Jesus, NP5 5 stars. But Shootin's NP5 too. I'll say it's number 1 is Ishtar. I wonder if Jolter could be number 3 though. Like it could be Ishtar, Shootin', then Jolter. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's Ishtar, Shootin', and then Jolter. And it might actually... Wait, it might be Herc. I'm gonna say Ishtar, Shootin', and Herc, and then Herc is 3rd, so he doesn't have full 2k foe. God damn it, the fucking buttons! Okay, we got Ishtar right. That makes sense though, you know, 100 MP5, that just makes sense. Damn it! What, you people, and you're railing to 100 and not 2k foeing. Wait, what is... Okay, Jolter was 102, so it might be Jolter then. Okay, I got that one right. I got him being the newest one being worked on, you know, 3rd place. I got that right. I'm proud of that one at least. But so instead of Shootin', it must be Jolter then. Yeah. Okay. Damn it. Let's see who else. Oh right, yeah, Kiara was Grail too. I didn't even think about her. It's because she had a lower NP rank, so I just discounted her immediately. Her and Nero, I was like, whatever. I like how though I guess you got Enkidu and Herc there. They're like the only non-waifu, I think. But yeah, Herc's a fun choice. Everybody enjoys the Herc spam. Okay, let's see how Jolter does here. This is actually kind of cool because she's a good unit and she's okay in solo, but not necessarily phenomenal. And she's obviously at neutral, so what do we use for her? I almost want to say default for her. Her skills are good. The thing is, her skill... So Atlas is less good on her than a lot of units because she probably won't crit much on her own. And we do not have the Star Bomb command code. So we're not going to... Like, we're not going to be critting that reliably. If she had Star Bomb and then like Star Absorb on Buster or something, like that new one... NA doesn't have this, but if they had the Okita one that gives you crit damage and Star Absorb, and then she also had Star Bomb, I'd be like, yeah, using her first skill multiple times will probably pay for itself. I feel like lowering the cooldown on her first skill is not really that good here, because I don't think we're going to actually crit with it. So all we'd be lowering is the attack up, which is good, and lowering the Buster up and invulnerability, which is also good. Like, Atlas is still really good. I just don't know if it's better than actually benefiting from our crit up and that kind. So I think it's either... I guess we'll do Atlas just because the invulnerability is big. It's a whole extra turn as long as you cast it twice. It's a whole extra turn, and that's basically like, you know, free crits almost. So. If Nev was the second forward one at level 90, I would have just. I don't even know what. I tried to big brain it at the end there, but I messed it up. But at least I got the Herc right. Speaking of Herc, we got his music here. Good start. How about that? Man, if I knew I was gonna get that hand, I would say don't go starting NP. But there's no guaranteeing that kind of thing. And thankfully Golden Sumo is so broken that it's not really that big of a deal if you overcharge, so. It's like 15% attack all the time is good. And I would imagine, because it's, you know, Lost knows what's up, I'm pretty sure it's level 100. Just to be fair, I'm just going with whoever's at the top of the list, and if I've already summoned them, then I skip them, and we'll go through second on the list. But, you know, so many people want me to use their units right now, the only fair thing I can do is just go with whoever's at the top of the list. I'll try to do this a bit more often, just because it is fun, and, you know, we'll try to spread it out a bit. Because, yeah, I can only get to so many right now, unfortunately. But what do you all think about that account review thing where we just have them take a picture of every class slot in the skill menu and sort by class, and so you can see the skill ranks? Is that worth the time, right? Because people have to like play ball and actually set it up properly and that kind of thing. I would say if anyone that wants to do it, you'll have to use my Discord or at least DM me. Right, and what I'll do is I'll make a folder, and that way I can check. I won't like look at them deeply. I don't want to like actually tell what they have in advance, but I gotta make sure they're following the right format, and people don't send me like troll pictures and stuff. So I don't stream like a penis or some stupid crap. So you know, you gotta pretty much send me the screenshots on Discord, and then I can like sort it in advance to a degree. Or if a mod wants to do that for me, they can, because then it would I guess be spoiler free. But that's a lot of work, so I feel like I should do it. At that point, so yeah, you could just DM me on Discord. But the hard part would be you kind of need them to be there on your Discord in advance, and then they need to be there on the stream. So it's a little tricky because they might send you the pictures, and a month might go by before they actually show up in the stream at a time that I'm doing it, right? So I guess I'd have to like announce that we're doing it in advance and say, hey, we're going to do it this Saturday or whatever. And if you think you can be there for that Saturday stream, then send me the pictures. That way the pictures aren't like ludicrously out of date with, you know, how their account is now, right? So like we're not going to be doing it tomorrow or anything, so don't freak out and, you know, set it up now. But we'll do it at some point because I think that'd be fun. And honestly, I want to see the information. I want to see how many people have leveled David and Hans and you know, I want to see that stuff, right? And so getting more data I'm going to enjoy just for that kind of stuff. So, and if you're new to the game, go nuts. If anything, that's the best time to do it. I think most people are going to do it to either show off or just to show their unique taste and everything, and that's totally fine. But if anyone is new to the game and they want to, you know, need help with like, what the hell should I be focusing on right now? Not to toot my own horn, but you know, I'm really good at that stuff, so that'd be very useful for that kind of thing. But I think most of it's going to be shenanigans, which is fine. That's totally fine, and some of that will probably be funny anyway. Yeah, we've seen a system. That's the thing. And I want it to be a nice, you know, it's not just for me. I want for the users, you know, the viewers. I want them to not have it to be a confusing clusterfuck. Yeah, you can use like Imager or whatever, but you still need to send it over Discord. Like you need to send the link over Discord or whatever. Because I'm not going to be showing pictures for the first time on stream without having a preview system in place. It's like that's how you get banned. All right, what do we do here? Pretty much no crit chance, so that's not even worth. I cannot believe Jolter does not have an animation update even on the JP server. It's just ridiculous. Like, her sprite quality is so bad. You know, her attacks are definitely better than day one, but her sprite's not, because they copy-pasted her sprite from the ruler version, which was day one. Her attack animations are like around America tier, which is alright. You know, they're not generic, so that's at least that. They're not great or anything, but at least it's something. Where her sprite, though, is just so freaking bad. And she's so popular. Like, she is so popular. And yeah, no, she doesn't need an animation update. Bobblehead forever. Yeah, I will definitely be examining people's 1 to 3 stars, especially the ones they bother to level. Like, if you've actually bothered to level a 3-star, you know, what's going on there? That'll be fun. Oh man, our crit rates. I can shuffle, I guess, see if we get lucky here. We want to get at least one lucky crit while we've got the skill up. 10, 50, 30, we are favored to crit once here. Like a rigged coin toss, I'll take it. I mean, pretty much all the only 1 to 2 stars that look worse than Jolter are the ones that don't have animation updates yet, so... Like, all the new ones they added, Jason, Qingong, Charlotte, all of them, they're all way better. I was hoping to get one more crit in there. Maybe we got one more chance. On the Buster Chain, this is one of the best times to get them if I am going to get them. Oh man, it sucks I don't have my Buster up, because if you have crit up, attack up, Buster Chain, and crit, it's devastating. That's like Jolter's like biggest thing. Because she's a DPS unit that gives herself like every damage type for a normal card. And then she can Buster Chain. 40% chance for greatness. Damn. I think we only crit once during those 3 turns where we had the crit buff. I think we crit 1 time with the art card. So that was pretty lame. I would love to wait 1 turn to use my... man. It is so much value if I can live 1 more turn, because then the health drain won't matter anymore. What if I use damage cut and heal? I'm doing it. If we live 1 more turn, we're gonna get way more value. Hey, Looking Glass, thank you for the bits. Come on, just don't kill me this turn. We got that little damage cut. Just buff. Well, there you go. No, just don't crit me, and I think we're good. Woo! Oh man, that was close. That was absolutely the right call though, because like the total value is a lot better. And now I can save my Buster up for when I can NP. I'll make stars here. Can have a last moment of glory here. That is a nickel, yeah, it's true. %80 crit on the art card. Just get the 10%. Just get the 10%. It's fine. You've been missing crits right and left, so we can get one of these, right? So we had atrocious crit luck, even though we don't have a lot of star gens. You're not expecting to crit that much, but we still like mathematically we're more likely to crit a few more times than we did. So we're definitely on the unlucky side of things right now. I don't know if she could have won. If things went luckier, she could definitely get to like 350k or something like that. Like she could definitely get farther. But winning would be tough. Now, once there's better command codes and those kinds of things, she might be able to do this. Be pushing it, be really pushing it. Not bad though, not bad. Clearly not as good as Avenger Ushi, because Avenger Ushi beat this, if I remember correctly. Although Avenger Uchi did have better command codes and, you know, blah 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 blah, but so I mean, if Jolt, and seriously, Jolter got very unlucky there, but well, not very unlucky, but a bit unlucky. So I would say if she had better command codes and we got a good run, she could probably get to 320k, maybe 300k, which is pretty good. Like she could get a chunk farther, but she'd be really pushing it on winning. We'll see though, we'll do it again in the future, when there's more command codes and stuff. Ziggurat had a bad time. Yeah, for being neutral, she did just fine. But Avengers are almost always neutral, so that's how they go. Content warning on the Muppets. That's an odd one. And hi, Ozzy. Alright, what do we got here? I think I can figure this one out, okay? I'm pretty sure it's Medusa, Fujino, and then Ozzy is probably third. Maybe Gorgon though. It's between, so first is Medusa, easy, right? And then second I think is Fujino, so they're both 2K forward. And then who's being worked on next, it's definitely Ozzy or Gorgon. Let me think. So normally I would say Ozzy, but Fury's a big Medusa fan, and Gorgon is in the Medusa family, so there's no third. I missed a few events. Oh, and then it must just be Fujino and Medusa. So I think I got it. Let me check here. Yep. There was almost no question. Yeah, there's like no question there. But you know, good CE picks. Everyone's 10-10-10, I think. Let me make sure on that. Yep. Everyone's 10-10-10. Good MP ranks in your favorites. And I remember when NA first came out, way back, like super early on, Fury was like, I want to get Ozzy at a decent MP rank when he comes out, so I'm just gonna save. And he did. You know, he iron-willed it and he got it. And then, I think he went for one other thing, and then he just saved like completely for Fujino, and then he got her to NP5, although barely. That didn't go great, but yeah, Fury's just has always done a good job of picking, like, I want this thing and that thing and that thing, and I'll try to space out my SQ accordingly to try to, you know, do my best and all these things, so he always does well on that stuff. Making me proud. I always see so many players that just cannot willpower shit at all, dude, and they don't have a plan. Alright, definitely Atlas for him. His skills are really good. So what's going to really hurt Ozzy here, and is going to make him do a lot worse than a lot of the other people that are going full-on neutral, is just he doesn't have hard survival. However, he does have a lot of soft survival. So if we get lucky, because I don't think we're going to have our third skill for the second Imperial Privilege, so that one we got to get a little lucky on. Although I guess we land to heal no matter what, so I mean he might do pretty well then, actually. Might be doing better than I'm thinking. Because if the enemy NP'd rapidly, it would be a problem. But the dragon doesn't quick charge or anything, so we're probably not going to deal with 2 NPs anyway. So actually, he's probably alright then. And then so if we're dealing with that many attacks that aren't NPs, the soft survival is actually good. And Fury gave him the heal plus. I didn't taunt? What? I don't even... We're off to a good start. Yep. Now I have to get fucking Fury to show up again. God damn it. Game. There we go. Not as good of an opening hand, but it won't matter. Ozzy doesn't need it. He'll get his MP in time. I have faith. So canonically, if we're to believe his animations here, Ozzy's railgun just like I guess we're underground or in like a dungeon or a tomb or a castle or cave or whatever, the sewers. So whatever it is, Ozzy's railgun just blasted through the roof all the way down here to shoot that golem, which it probably could do. It depends on, I guess, like how much rock there is above us. You know, going through Earth is pretty tough, but I don't know what exactly what structure we're in. But his orbital railgun thing is actually pretty damn strong, so I can buy it. But it's just funny to think he'd be like punching holes to get down here. I don't know how the Sphinxes are down here though. I don't know how they did that one. Although I don't know how the dragon got down here either, so I guess it's all fair. Hey Zelos. That defense up made a real damage difference there for Stella. Yeah, I truly don't know how the dragon is down here. And I like how they don't actually have a roof. Like, they're in, look. They are in, look, seriously. Look like right here, right under the dragon's chin. Like, you can see how the walls are curving. And they're like that over here, too. It's just harder to see. They're definitely implying that that's curving into the roof. Like 100%, and then it just goes into black, right? So presumably the black would be the roof. But they don't actually make a roof, and then so when it showed the dragon's top of his head there, right, you can see he's going way higher than that, right? It don't make no fucking sense. And if that thing doesn't arch into the roof, what the fuck is it arching into, right? So it's kind of nonsense. Alrighty, let me think. Well, we do this. I guess we wait to do Imperial Privilege until we get attacked once. If there's ever a time to do art, it's now, because we're gonna do NP gain next turn. But bust your chains, man. I mean, he clearly like blew up the entire roof because when it scrolls up there, it's all like this empty black. So, like roof destruction over here. That's a big Sphinx, man. Why you gotta open with a crit? Well, he double buffed, so I guess it's fair. Maybe I should have waited longer. I could have gotten more out of the heal. The next heal I want to have the heal plus stuff for, though. I like Ozzy's attacks, man. They're cool. They just fit his lore really well. They represent a lot of stuff that he actually does. I do wish they'd get rid of his repeat animations though and give him some other stuff, but they'll probably do that. I suspect when he gets an animation update in 2029 that they'll kind of do what they did with Edmund, where they kind of stick to the original choreography for the most part, maybe touched up a little bit for Ozzy, and then instead of repeat animations, he gets, you know, totally new animations for those. That's what I expect them to do. 93%. 93%. I could have had double attack up. Damn it, game. Should have done Buster RR. That sucks, man. I was all ready. Woo, boy, though. Not even a Buster chain at neutral. It's so good, dude. And he doesn't have to like devote anything to it. He can get a damage in like that like all the time. It's great. Do I wait one turn? If I wait one turn, I can't do a Buster Chain. And I really want the attack up. Just land the buffs! No problems! Easy! Ozzy's no scrub. I'm putting the bigger crit in the middle because of the command codes. Oh yeah, they'll make this... Well, I don't know, maybe they would make this thing CGI because it wasn't before. I don't know. Depends on if it has to move or not. If it has to move, they'll probably make it CGI. I do kind of lean towards it being CGI, because I think parts of that are actually CGI, I didn't really look, but if Ozzy was new and he was not in the game, and they were adding Ozzy tomorrow, I would say it would not be CGI. But with animation updates, they're generally a lot lazier, so I kind of feel like they'd go 100% CGI on it, but we'll see. How are we doing this well right now? Jesus. Do I save his third skill for 4 turns? Yeah, I think we do. This will be incredible when we've got the stronger command codes. Like his synergy with, he has very high synergy with command codes. Especially the heal boost one and the regular heal one, because then the heal boost is doing something even when Imperial Privilege isn't up. That's gonna be nuts. Yeah, I need to look at that. Some of that looks CGI already, so if it's already CGI, I think they're definitely gonna CGI. They did not CGI though the main sprite for Virtuous Dragon form, which that was really surprising to me. So I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, if we could do a heal right now, like my command code, we could actually double it up, and we could heal for 2,000. That would be pretty good. Yeah, Ziggurat's getting blown out. Ziggurat did have terrible luck, but yeah, he's getting blown out of the water. And Ozzy doesn't have an anti-dragon move. I'm not sure Ozzy's gonna win. It's gonna be close. I think he can win. I'm not sure if he's going to or not, though. Easily be able to do it, though, if he has a heal command code. Like, easy. It may have been a mistake how slow I took those turns there. Yeah, we'll give him a rematch later. Although I think he might win. We're about to do quite well, so we'll see. I really wish I could cast Imperial Privilege right now, because this is such a good time to heal. And this would mean, again, I wod need to not Buster Chain. Is it? Yeah, it's probably worth not Buster Chaining for this one. I think we art on this one. It's just too good. We get the heal plus for our thing next turn, and we're going to be using the battery skill, so if there's ever a time to get extra NP, it's now. So, I think this is fine. This is also at what, NP3, so we're not even maxed out. Man, Ozzy's a lot of value, man, a lot of value. And there's a lot of boss fights where his NP seal is just incredible. He is so good for Demeter. Like, dude, Fury's gonna have no problem with Demeter. That's like a really hard boss fight and everything. But Ozzy is gonna absolutely destroy her. Like, just shut that the hell down. I love how he's one of the only people with Imperial Privilege that can guarantee it without command codes. We need to win before the next NP comes up. Because we don't have hard survival, the next NP will kill us, so we gotta win. So I want to NP next turn. 50% crit versus 20% more damage. I'll take the coin flip, I think. Either that or I art quick art. To just absolutely make sure I get it. If he like double buffs or something, I probably won't get it from Buster Art. Where if he crits though, I'll probably get it because of the higher hit count. I'll be a little ballsy here. It got that 50% crit, so with double attack up, it'd be really strong. Yes. We actually kind of had triple attack up because of the defense down. Damn it, 98%. I really thought we had that. The accursed number. Well, I'm pretty sure we win anyway. That's really impressive, because full neutral, single target, but still, and no niches to speak of here, it's just raw value. Yeah, we win this turn. And we can't, he could triple crit us right now and we wouldn't die. We have a massive defense up. Dude, Ozzy is incredible. Here's the thing, if he didn't have the thing that increased his Imperial Privilege, you could still do this, but it'd be a lot more random, right? The amount of damage mitigation we got off of the guaranteed defense up and guaranteed heal, oh, we always get the heal, I suppose, but and the attack because he went faster, it's massive. Like, he's taking so much less damage here because of the really high uptime on his defense up. Yeah, he won, so, wow. That's pretty impressive, and that's at MP3, so you can get even stronger. He gets more MP damage and better command codes down the line. That's a unit that has aged very well. He's always been super strong, never been buffed, and even when they make really hard bosses like Demeter, he just wrecks their shit, so, a very good unit. Alright, I think we'll do one more, which is, I know, I'd love to do more, but it's getting late, so I should probably wrap up soon. Oh, hey, look, it's Hellos. Hey, look at the, old man Lee here. Almost looks like Lu Bu in that picture, though, with the fluff and everything. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. So, Leah's grailed, Emia's grailed, and Edmund is grailed. Oh, and Arthur is grailed. That's what I say, that's pretty light on the grails here. Well, I'll guess Lee for one of the 2K foes, obviously. Ooh, boy, Zealous got a lot of high MP ranks here. Beowulf is not grailed, though. Why can't I have a MP5 Beowulf one of these days? So it's probably Edmund or Arthur. I imagine it's probably Lee, Edmund, and Arthur. That's probably the three. The question is which one is the 2K foe and which one is like the half 2K foe. How popular is Edmund? I mean, he's really popular, but so is Arthur. I'm gonna guess it's Lee, Arthur, and then Edmund is the halfsies. Why? I held the button down, game. Damn it, game. No. I've been juked. I've been juked! That's one of the first ones that hasn't been 2K foed in the all slot there. Alright, was I right about anything? Okay, Arthur was 2K foed. I was right about that. But I said Edmund was half 2K foed, but that's probably wrong now. Yeah, well, it was wrong, but for not the reason I thought. He's not 2K foed at all. I'm really leaning towards Zelos is stockpiling for something. And did I miss anything? I guess Emiya. I kind of forgot about Emiya there. Yep, there it is. What am I thinking? Emiya is so popular. He's like he's such a popular character. Why did I not? I completely didn't even think of that one. So I'm guessing those two are foed, and then there is no third one though. So I'm guessing saving up now. Damn it! I was pretty off on that one. Not my best work there. Okay, well, it's lead time. I'm guessing the reason you didn't put up Emiya was just because counterclassing. Though he's AoE though, it's a lot more fair for Emiya. What we've literally beaten the dragon with Emiya several times in the past, so it's probably not the most exciting pick. Ah, Luvia. That's a strong last right there. All right. I bet you Arthur would have done better than Ziggurat here, even though Arthur is AoE, and they're both in a niche. You might say, oh, Arthur has a niche, but so does Ziggurat, but Arthur probably would have done better, because Arthur's niche also applies to his normal attacks. Does Arthur have his second skill buff yet? I guess maybe not quite yet. That should be soon-ish. It's probably not too far off. Yeah, you might be right there, Ari. Without his buff, maybe not. It'd be, I don't know. I think he's still might. It's a big, the third skill applying to your normal attacks and your extra attack, that really adds up. It really does. Like that's a lot of damage. However, without the more likely crits, it's definitely not as good. Oh, he was only 1k foed? Yeah, it's funny. He's MB3, he was 1k foed, and then, yeah, you're right, he was. And then, still beat the dragon's ass. And people think Ozzy needs a buff. Not a lot of people, mind you, but I absolutely see people like, oh, Ozzy's so out of date and blah, 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 blah. It's ridiculous, man. Dude's a killer. And because he's a rider, it's so easy to give him crits in a team setting. And if he was a support, that might be bad, but he's a DPS that, as a bonus, also can support the team, so... pretty good! Maybe I just do the 1 to be safe. I don't want to crit and kill it. Yep, that was the right decision. I also see loads, I mean loads of people that act like his animations are just as bad as Mozart's or something. I see that all the time. It's so weird. Like, he doesn't have the best animations in the game, but I don't think they've aged badly at all. I don't think he's one of those. Like, for example, Jolter's animations are certainly better than Day 1 animations, but they're not that great, right? But I think Ozzy's are way better than Jolter's. But I guess some people think they're kind of boring. But I mean, what do you expect Ozzy to do? Like, he's not gonna go in there and fight you with his fists. What is the plan here? I don't have that many stars, but we got 50. Fuck it, we got 50-50. I was gonna do this next turn, but we got the 50-50, so I'm just clicking all the buttons. Give me the goods, game. Give me the goods. I do agree. Any unit where they have like repetitive animations, where they do the same attacks and they do the same card, that's kind of annoying. So I definitely want to see that changed. But the animations are. We just lost 2 coin flips when we had a double attack up and crit up. God, dude, we just missed out on so much damage there and NP game. That is so. Just 1 crit game. Damn it, dude. I love losing coin flips. Great. Anyway, you know, Ozzy has orbital railgun and stuff. That's what he does, right? So I don't know what people are expecting. He still has like the flame when it hits the ground and everything. It all looks pretty cool. Like the magic seals, like for the busters. I think it looks awesome, but it's pretty common to see people that don't like them. So. Oh, see, we crit now, but we don't have all the buffs there, so it's not half as good. We missed out on a lot of damage there. Alright, let's try to make stars for next turn. Also, we're dropping pretty fast. I want to NP next turn and hopefully crit. I really wanted one of those to crit because it'd be more stars. I also would have showed up the NP game. Please don't kill me. Woo! We could have definitely died there. If he had crit and then double attacked, we would have died. Or if he had double crit, we would have died. We have more stars this time. Actually, I don't think we are chain here. I don't think we're... Well... We could NP again, because we have invulnerability next turn. Buster NP art is way more damage because of the buffs and stuff. But I'm going to try to NP again, so we'll do this. Come on, Lee. Give us the numbers! What do I do this turn? I guess as much damage as we can, really. I think we'll get our NP no matter what. Unless I do Buster, quick Buster, then we might not NP again if the dragon decides to be a dick. The dragon has to hit us once because of his NP, though. But it's a low hit count. I think if he hits us twice, it's fine. I guess we'll do this because crit chance. It could potentially crit this turn and give us a higher chance of critting next turn, so this is okay. Just trying to use the attack up while we got it. Well, certainly not the best we've seen at neutral, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. I mean, the amount of burst damage he's doing is pretty impressive. It's just his longevity is a little bit lacking, but it's not bad. I mean, a lot of people are not getting this far, even at neutral, so... Okay, on this one, we do that, most certainly. Yeah, better than Zigguard. Okay, before we wrap up, let's use Zigguard one more time. Because he really did get bad luck, and he had such a bad showing. Let's give him one more chance. Now, he's not going to do as well as... Like, he's not going to get this far. He's not, but he could have gotten farther. Wow, we lucked out. He didn't kill us. Ooh, we Cairo right now. We're getting a... This kind of makes up for our bad value earlier, to be honest. Maybe even and then some, so can't really bitch on this one. Yeah, 450. That's pretty damn good. Alright, let's see if we can get Zigguard one more time. Oh wait, he should be an all slot, am I thinking? Oh, got another Aussie there. This was fun though. I like being it because so many of my viewers are on NA, and it's nice being able to check out what they've decided to level and all that. I've enjoyed that, so I'll try to do this more often. And I'll try to keep my eye out on NA to grab stages that are repeatable. I think we have the Uriel and Bullfight over here, I think. I feel like I didn't keep Lobo. I probably didn't do that. I should have, but I don't think I did. That sucks. Lobo is a damn good boss fight from the main story. I'll add Say back. There we go. Yeah, I'll add Say back. I almost want to do anniversary. What do y'all think? Do we go for the burst? Because if we don't, because last time he didn't live long enough to use his skills twice, but he was only one turn off, so he could have. Alright, everyone wants to burst. Yeah, it makes more sense though, because of him not having reliable survivability. He's got guts, but that's not reliable, so... I actually think though, if you're gonna get lucky, like if you did both Anniversary Blonde and Atlas, and you did them over and over and over and over again, I think Anniversary Blonde would be more consistent, but I think the best run out of any of them would be Atlas. Because at some point you are gonna get lucky and you are gonna get cast your skills multiple times and everything, and overall that's better. And you might get the crits at the right time and you actually get the guts at a good time and that kind of thing. Alright, hopefully we get some NP gain next turn, because we don't really have any on this one. I think Atlas is better. I just don't think it doesn't really work with Anniversary of Blonde, because what's going to happen is we're going to want to NP and cast all the nonsense on turn 1, but that means we won't get any value out of our guts, and that's not good. That's why I think Atlas is better. And last time we were 1 turn off from our guts coming back, but that was just really bad luck. Because I feel like if I don't click all the buttons on turn 1, we're missing out, but if I do, we're missing a whole turn of survivability. So, like, this way is flashier, but I do think Atlas is better. Because the only other thing I can do is not cast my Buster up at the start, but that sucks. I guess I could, like, not cast it until the second NP, because without Atlas, we're never casting our skills twice. There's no way. So, I might just do my NP, Buster, and all that, and then try to get my NP again. And on that one, we do Anniversary Blonde and his Buster up. That's gonna feel so crappy, though. Let me think. If we're gonna do that... Yeah, there's no way this is right. Because his other skills are only a 5-turn cooldown. Atlas is definitely right. Yeah, I don't think it's even comparable, to be honest. Alright, we're gonna BBB, and then we're gonna do like nothing but NP gain, and then try to cast everything. Oh, that's not great, Ari. That's a fun surprise for later. Time to not walk around barefoot for a while, or anything like that. Just, that'll end badly. Play Minesweeper. Look at the now the dragon doesn't see this game, man. I want that Buster though. 60%. I know I said full NP gain, but I mean that's too much damage here to pass up. We got the command code and everything. Damn it. Damn it! Ziggurat, please! Buddy, you gotta hit something. Give me the crit, man. Alright, we're gonna go boom next turn, hopefully. Yeah, I definitely think we're gonna go Atlas next time we do this. I think Atlas is better. We just need to not get super on. Okay. Now we're triple critting. And we don't have a Buster card for the, 50% damage boost, so that kind of sucks. Alright, game. Also, us living 1 turn longer is gonna suck because we're gonna have the Buster down. This game hates Ziggurat. We have 42 stars, which means there are basically 8 negative stars, right? Because 50 stars is guaranteed crits for all, and so we're 8 off of 50, so we have 8, we're 8 in negative here. All of that percent, right? So that's 80% spread out over 4 cards, right? So all of that went to the Buster cards. 40 of it went to one Buster card, and the other 40 went to the other Buster card. So every single every single bit of bad RNG went into the Buster cards. All of it. Just why, game? This is why it can be nice to have a triple Buster deck, because the NP takes up a slot, so you only have 2 Buster cards. So you don't pick the worst Buster card, right? You're not forced. I have to pick these 2. Where if I had another Buster card, we could not pick one of them. But well, this is annoying. I sacrificed so much for this turn, and then you give me those double 60s. Yes? Yes? Brunhilde is proud. Look, well, at least we got a lot farther this time. We're not embarrassing ourselves. Found the needle. Well done. That's good. There's a chance we could NP again. I'm gonna go for it. Bad thing is though, we might have the Buster down when we do. Oh, is my immunity coming back? It is back. Look at that timing. I knew that skill had immunity, I just didn't think it'd be back in time. But calculated apparently. That was pure luck on that one. Oh, that's 70% crit though. Must take. By the way, this is winnable by Zigguard, but I don't know if this run's not, but I'm sure there's a way Zigguard can beat this. Especially on JP, but on NA it's gonna be tough. Hey, Fino. I appreciate the raid, although I'm about to wrap up. This is our last run here. We're using chat's units against the million HP dragon, but I appreciate it. We'll just pass the raid along. Well, Zigguard did better. He did better, but I don't think he got it. Not bad though. Way better than earlier. He had such bad luck earlier though. It was so dumb. The Buster cards are lava, so the stars are avoiding them. But yeah, I appreciate the raid, everybody. I'll return the favor soon. Pretty damn close though, honestly, considering how iffy it was at the start. Woo! Get that 40% in there. Maybe the dragon double buffs. Not looking good. Actually, he can do a normal attack. Just buff once. It's not rare for him to buff. Just buff one. You piece. You trash. You trash dragon. No one even likes you. Couldn't just buff one time. It's winnable though. It's winnable. Need some a little bit of luck and maybe better command codes and all that, but it's beatable. Would do it pretty easy on JP. On the JP server, Zigguard has been buffed, and he would be able to handle that. Because what he does on JP is he just does more damage with his MP, and we MP'd a lot of times, and he also will drain the MP gauge, which that's not the best tier because we'll probably still get MP'd one time, but it's alright. Alright lads, I think we'll wrap up there. That was a lot of fun. I will definitely do this again soon. There's nothing even going on in the JP server right now, so it's easy for me to do this. Okay, let me see if I can find... Oh, there we go. I see he changed the name. I would have gotten it now. I remembered what it was. Alright, we'll do that next time. I might do this again tomorrow, actually. This was pretty fun. But thank you for hanging out, everybody. That was a good time. Let's raid somebody real quick. Pass the Fino love along. What do we got here? Who's playing FGO? Oh, we'll raid the Phantom guy. He raided us the other day, and now we can like drop a super bomb on him, so that's nice. He deserves it. He's a really good streamer, and oh, he's doing all the King Potato Chip fights, and he's gonna try. His whole thing is he tries to beat everything in the game with Phantom of the Opera. So he's gonna be facing King Potato Chips with Phantom of the Opera. So that's gonna be awesome. Gonna have a hard time though, but yeah, go send him some love. Thank you all, and I will see you tomorrow.